too fast, no fear though. Keep digging, you're 6 feet deep hole. I don't like you, I said done no. Let's blow snow till I can't breathe though. Gotta take two because one's not enough. I don't hate you but I regret saying love. I've been getting anxious, life's getting crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, do you really hate me? That's life, that's life, that's life. I know you know I'm right. I took too much, I tried. They say they care, they lie. Feel like Austin, gotta find an alleyway. What you say? I didn't catch it anyway. Boxing demons, you can call me Allie. Watching, stalking, it's their only hobby. It don't matter what you got cause you won't take it to your grave. Keeping who I love so close I will never give them away. Putting time and money into it and expecting a change. Damn, it's been so long that I feel love is still a thing. Suicide don't stop the pain, it just gives it to someone else. I remember all the days I told myself I'm someone else. Live my life like someone else, but I ain't like nobody else. You can call this success, I just call it progress. I know what a mess looks like now. Gotta be high to know you're down. Gotta be down to know you're high. Gotta get high every damn night. I've been getting fucked up, but that's how I lose up. Whip up, cruise up, riding in a Benz truck. I can't fake a vibe because that's the way that you kill it. I've been feeling fly, riding high, that's just how we feel it. Did another light at the time because we got all night. I can say I'm fine, are you fine? Because are you alright? Baby, we got all night, party till the sunrise. Baby, we got all night, party till the sunrise. Shit, I've been feeling like Play-Doh. I don't really care, so I don't wanna hear no bitch about me, bitch about how you fake though. Took a few cracks at it, now I got a halo. Live my life too fast, no fear though. Keep digging, you're 6 feet deep hole. I don't like you, I said done no. Let's blow snow till I can't breathe though. I pick up, baby, but I'm too busy just trying to get high. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna OD on my own time. Bet I know some people who wouldn't mind a fucking flatline. Another day, another night, another line, I'll be fine. I pick up, baby, but I'm too busy just trying to get high. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna OD on my own time. Bet I know some people who wouldn't mind a fucking flatline. Another day, another night, another line, I'll be fine. But it's the sunrise, I just sit by, let the time fly. I've been killing me, doing so much my body really just isn't feeling it. But it's alright baby, just take it, it's an experiment. I really just hope that I make it before my fam dies. I don't wanna put that kind of pressure up on their life. I've been drinking so much, I've been mixing with the coke lines. Another day, another night, another way to say goodbye. you're not right here. I know life ain't fair. Oh, yeah, no. I know life ain't fair since you're not right here. It's so long, bye dear. See you in a few years. I know life ain't fair since you're not right here. It's so long, bye dear. See you in a few years. All my future good things that I'm perfect. Maybe then I won't feel like I'm worth it. I've been in my head, I'm searching for a message to find out my purpose. Is it working? I'm in searches. Am I worthless? Feel like I'm worthless. I don't know why I've been feeling like I'm solo, flying solo, but I need you. I know life ain't fair since you're not right here. It's so long, bye dear. See you in a few years. I know life ain't fair since you're not right here. It's so long, bye dear. See you in a few years. RIP to the ones that just didn't make it. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow, if not then ain't nothing. I hope you know that I miss you so much that it's wrenching. It's the worst when all the fucking feelings that he sent me. I can distract myself everywhere I go and see you. Every time I talk to people I feel like I'm see-through. Ain't nobody understand the shit that I've been through. 17 and blessed to be smiling the way that I do. I know life ain't fair since you're not right here. It's so long, bye dear. See you in a few years. I know life ain't fair since you're not right here. It's so long, bye dear. See you in a few years. Yeah, yeah.
2001.
Why is it so hard for you to say you wanna leave? I remember when they said that they wouldn't believe. I put in the hours and I fought through all the grief. Now I see the shining light that's closer to my feet. I've been gone, I've been long gone. I've been gone, I've been long gone. I don't even care if they want me. Almost all the people that have hurt me said they love me. Here's another night where you're lonely, and you hit my phone but I won't answer, you ignore me when I hit
Okay, welcome everybody. It's round 2 of the ESA Open League. UV1 here is up against Spectral Esports. I'm the play-by-play Johnny Esports, joined by Wes Rambo. How you doing, my dude?
I'm doing great, Johnny. We are back in playoff ESEA with UV1, the official home UV1 stream right now. So get your hot dogs and your, drink of choice, because we're going to have a great game tonight. And, man, I said it last week. I'll say it again. I love playoffs.
Yeah, man, and I'm very, very excited for it. I'm excited for this one. Two teams with 12-win regular seasons going head-to-head. UV1 had an impressive round 1. Spectral Esports won theirs 2-0 as well. They did have an overtime map in their first game in their 2-0, but still looked like they rolled on nicely in their second game, winning that one 15-6. So it looks like they are warmed up and ready to go. And so hopefully UV1 are up to the challenge.
Yeah, it's going to be a really exciting match. Now, Spectral Esports is much lower in the rankings, but as we know from ESEA, that much of a difference, I believe it's 28th to 96th or something like that. It can make almost no difference at all because of how many teams there are, and just how much of a discrepancy. These teams haven't even faced any of the same opponent, right? They haven't we have no gauge to actually determine which of these teams is the favorite coming in here besides ranking. So unexpected victory, definitely looking to take this one. Now, I got a DM from you, and I'm just reading it. I thought we were going to have Inferno twice in the series, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But we are starting on Inferno, which I'm very, very excited about because I love Inferno. And we are moving over to Nuke, and then the third map, I believe, is going to be Dust 2. Is that correct?
Yes, that's according to Ownerman there in the chat. I got
All right.
yeah. So I was just mixing things up because I'm trying to get the stream started, everything going, and
no worries.
Listen
no worries.
to Revo's new album, getting hyped about that, and everything,
That's right.
everything kind of happening. But yeah, exactly like you said, Inferno, then Nuke, then Dust 2. It's gonna be CT side for the UV1 boys in this first map on Inferno, which should be all good things for them, right? This is a map they like. This is the side they like, and theoretically, this could be a good start for unexpected victory.
Definitely. I'm excited to see their CT side Inferno. I'm excited to see the boys pop off once again. They were, has to be said as well, they were looking really, really good in their first round of playoffs. Even against competition where they probably had them outclassed in general, they were looking particularly good. Deimos just absolutely popping off on that site over on Mirage, and really, really exciting stuff to see that, when we mentioned it last stream as well, but having these players be able to step up and having other players be able to step up if Vampy has a quieter game. Vampy's sort of the star player, star fragger of the team currently from what we've mostly seen. But yeah, I'm excited to see if that can happen again, if Vampy turns up another clinic like he often puts on. And I'm also excited to see what we see from Spectral Esports because we just, we don't know what to expect here. Over on the Spectral Esports side, we have Ron, Salt, Edens, Lehman, and Teague, if I'm not mistaken on my readings there.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're gonna start on the T side.
Yeah, that all sounds good to you. I'm glad you actually looked at that because half the time I always get into the middle of the game like, oh, I gotta figure out how to pronounce this guy's name. But
I'm trying to make a habit of it now.
it's a good idea.
Yeah.
It really is. Did a Counter-Strike ticket over the weekend, and I did that over and over again. We're like, oh, I didn't actually look at these names. But we're here now into the pistol round, getting this started as we watch Teague going through the underpass here. Deimos with the dualies in this spot.
Yeah.
We've seen. It was Goon doing that last time
right.
they made this happen, but let's see if they can get it in. Goldie's the bait. He's forcing them back into it. Deimos is now firing away. He's going to be able to pick up one, but it is a 1-for-1 in the end.
A lot of damage done onto Spectral, though. As they push this B site, they're going to be limping into the site here, and one can take advantage.
That definitely is a cool set play, so he doesn't expect it there, but Edens there will take down Egglet, who they were probably hoping there, but Vampy, they have to pick up one more. There goes down Salt as Revlite picks that one up. Goldie ends up going down. 2v2 situation in, but again, HP advantage for UV1 as Revlite takes down Teague. Nice shot by Edens to headshot Vampy. And then he picks up another one. 3K on the pistol round for Edens, and Spectral Esports will take the first round.
Yeah, Edens making a statement there in the first round. Great damage was done by Deimos on those dualies in the corner, but a good job by Spectral to trade. And yeah, it all came down to that 1v2 for Edens in the end with the USP headshots. Just beautiful, crisp, clean locks, as they like to say. And Spectral go up 1-0.
Yeah, it was a good strat, I think, for UV1. I think Spectral Esports just kind of flexed their pistol round prowess a little bit in that one. At the very least, Edens did, of course, with that 3K. So, speaking of Edens, he's gone down 12 HP as the Scout is equipped on Revelite and takes them down by a decent amount. So, it slows down any initial push they may have had.
Yeah, that's a nice find there for Revelite. There are SMGs and one rifle on the side of Spectral. And they've got a little bit of utility as well to work with, so they're going to go for this A fake, it looks like, as players are moving up Banana. And UV1 have got a very passive hold on B, which is probably what you want up against these SMGs.
Yeah, it looks like they're potentially moving in through Banana now, but again, like you were saying, passive approach right now for UV1 as they're all settled back there. But they want to get them into a low, short-range fight, and they will get exactly that. Deimos will pick up one, but Teague picks up two. Oh, Ron takes out Egglet as well. Revelite and Vampy now got to rotate over. Quick work by Spectral Esports to only lose the one member that was already lit up
Mhm.
going into that, and then everyone else is pretty happy with that situation here. So see if Vampy wants to do anything with this Deeg, or if
Looks
Revlite.
like they might be thinking of saving here, which, you don't always do with this low of weaponry, but it's definitely worth at least something. I like the setup for UV1 there. They had kind of 2 stacked over on New Box, which was an interesting idea, or sorry, Oranges, which was an interesting idea there for those 2 players to sort of be on the same angle. But unfortunately, Spectral Esports just had the perfect counter to it. They had the halberdiers to the cavalry of that setup, and they were able to just they swung out as 4, and basically 2 against 4 in a gunfight, and who's going to win there. So Spectral, good read or a good guess. Regardless, they do take the second round pretty easily. UV1 are going to be on a full save now as they wait for a gun round in the 4th.
Yeah, they forced up a little bit there on the round after losing the pistol, which has been something they've done a few times, and it's kind of worked out for them, making that aggressive play. But this time around, sets them back a little bit. They're expected to lose the next couple now, but they're just making this round aggressive anyway. Grenades, taking down a couple. Vampy one, Revelite will pick up the first 3 frags. Eddins eventually takes down Goldie, but that's some significant damage with almost nothing there. Revelite grabbing another with the Scout. 2 people
look at the
left
damage, Johnny, and Salt is on 11 HP. Teague has only got an SMG. UV1 are definitely favored in this round at this point.
Oh, Revelite taking a decent amount of damage there. He will back off, but yeah, they are suddenly favored here. Even at range, too. Those Mac 10s, obviously, versus the Deagle and the Scout, just like, should get outranged. Oh, Teague does pick up this AK. But it looks like...
Yeah, they're even considering saving, although now they are going to head over towards B. But yeah, Spectral just run into a nade stack, and it's just a great idea for an eco for UV1, but they are going to get the site. Still, UV1 have already made something out of this round in terms of value.
Definitely. Let's see what Damos can do right here. Teague will take him out. Salt will then take out Revelite, leaving Vampy here, who did pick up one of those Mac 10s. He's rushing in there. I think he's going for it. Teague will spot him out. So, like you said, though, UV1 do a decent amount of damage in the round with not a lot of money, so you'll take those. And now they'll pick up some rifles here and see if they've done enough damage.
Yeah, it's about all you could have asked for a full save like that. They barely bought anything whatsoever. There would be an argument for maybe collapsing on that AK, which Teague was able to pick up kind of in the middle of mid. He definitely had to overextend a little bit to get it, but UV1 didn't want to push their luck, apparently, and that's a fair enough call as well. But still, UV1 looking good here for this 4th round. Now, Revelite does get tagged up, but he is on the op, so shouldn't be too worried about that.
Yeah, should be able to hang back and hopefully be okay. Vampy's made his way into apartments here. He's a little bit surrounded. Will he pull this off? Gets the 1. Teague now right up there. You would know that Vampy is there, but Vampy wins anyway. Great play, Vampy.
Yeah, I love that. Teague was not prepared whatsoever for that spot Vampy had there, kind of crouch peeking at the stairs. I love that idea from Vampy. Very, very creative. And now they're in a 5 versus 3 here. Salt does recover that AK, but they might just want to save because they just have no map control at all, Spectral.
Yeah, certainly lost all of that with the big singular performance there by Vampy to pull that off, who then hilariously threw a molly the wrong way. But
yeah. And then immediately smoked it off. Yeah. I was gonna let that slide, but no.
I don't let anything slide. Not on this stream. I'm kidding, Vampy.
They are working towards banana here, so I think there is a potential that they want to go for this. Smokes are out, and it's 3 players against 2 on the B site. So one we're expecting to save, and it's the late hit.
Yeah, they are coming here with 20 seconds left on the round. They will see Goldie right by the fountain. Aglet will pick up the first kill. Salt's Inferno will actually take down 1, but Goldie picks up 2K to top off the round, and there's the first round win for UV1. It's now 1-3.
Now, great crossfire there on B by Eglet and Goldie. Eglet kind of sitting in a weird off angle behind the fountain, and they had to sort of awkwardly switch their aim over there while Goldie just peeks out and sprays down 2. Eglet even getting 1 for himself. So great work by UV1 there. Just a great opening by Vampy, and then well done in the late stages of the round. UV1 are on the board.
Yeah, this is an interesting save here. They're grabbing all deagles here on Spectral Esports, but a couple of them had a decent amount of cash that maybe they could have bought for other people, but instead they're just going to go
Full
with
save, yeah.
full save, basically. Teague only one buying any utility, and Teague jumping up to the window and grabbing Vampy.
Go buy a lottery ticket, Teague. That is not happening every day, that shot. Just through the wall and in the head.
Yeah, absolutely nutty stuff there.
Gets the gun as well. That's good value from Teague. Definitely being able to at least get something out of this round, even though there's no armor and almost no utility on the side of Spectral. Revelite wisely backing off from what little utility there is and mollying that angle. So they are kind of considering A here, but UV1 has, it's just such a hard site to take without any utility left.
Mm-hmm. Well, see where they want to go with the Teague picking up basically all that utility from the kill he got on Vampy. He's using
5
it
versus
now.
2 on A.
Moving towards A. Revelite looks up to and grabs the one with the op. He's got the no scope here. He pulls it off. Damos ult takes out, and it's Revelite 3K. That's a beauty, absolute beauty. Teague does take down Damos here, but he's by himself and does not have the bomb.
Wow, that is sick from Revelite. That first shot where he had to flick over in under fire. Eglet finishes it off, and man, that's a clip from Revelite for sure. Put that as the music video for one of your new songs that just dropped, because that was hype as hell.
Yeah, definitely dropping albums and dropping kills here. Getting it done. UV1 win 2 in a row. It's 2-3 now, and they're well on their way in this one. Of course, Spectral did save on that round, but it looked like they had a good start to it. But here we go. Rifles now on Spectral Esports. Push towards Banana being slowed down by the front. Revelite hits another op shot.
Yep, good aggression there by Revelite, just being able to catch them off guard. And Banana, there hasn't been a lot of forward Banana presence from UV1 so far, so Revelite surprised them there, and they weren't prepared for that at all. And so now that's just a 5 versus 4 for the defense with nothing gained whatsoever from Spectral. They sort of have Banana control, but even now you can see that Lemon doesn't want to go past the smoke because there could be a player in the corner. There's the flash to get in, but they are going to be given this. It's just going to be really tough for them to take any site right now.
Yeah, they are all still kind of hanging around Banana. Seems to just be like where Spectral's putting most of their attention in this game. Not a lot of A hits. Of course, the one time they went there, Revelite got that 3K, but here we go, making their way on to this B site now. Or at least throwing some utility there to make them think that's happening. It's still 40 seconds of the round. They actually haven't pushed towards anywhere. They might be looking to do it now. They are pushing past the smoke, trying to find a round. Will find Goldie, takes him down, turns around, finds an Eglet who will take them out. Ron here throws out the molly, trying to get a nade onto someone. Here's Vampy rotating around over towards here. Will take down Ron, who just took down Revelite right in front of him as well. Bomb planted. Eden's down to 12 HP. Teague full health.
Smoke for this Banana area.
Yeah. Teague now by himself. Nice shot to take down Eglet. He's looking to get a second. He will take down Vampy as well. Big defuse happens, but Teague clutches it out 1v3.
And that's just a mistake. UV1 had a smoke. Damos was holding a smoke when he died, and he was the last one alive. That smoke should have just gone right down there, forcing Teague to push through. That's just a straight-up misplay, I think. UV1 going for a little bit of an ego play, thinking, oh, this guy won't get all 3 kind of thing, but they get punished. Great work by Teague there on the 3K.
Yeah, Teague's got himself 11 frags so far, only round 7 after that. So, looking like a formidable foe here at Spectral Esports. But Revelite just starting off the round just like he did the last one, getting the first frag.
Revelite's like, walk past that again, I dare you. So Vampy actually gets taken down by the push, but Damos trades.
Yeah, Damos, nice shot with the Deagle. We'll pick up the AK for that. Then takes out Lehman. Salt will finally take him down, but Deimos did the damage. They do get the bomb planted. Salt gets taken out here, so it leaves Ron to defend the plant by himself. Revelite will switch on over to an M4 here. Just kidding, because grabs the op back in.
Oh!
Just keep switching.
Throwing
Cool.
it
Ron gets a good amount of damage on Goldie, then takes him out. Then Revelite with the USP will finish off the last shot there. Has the kit. Defuse. 3-4 now for...
When Ron was peeking out there and I heard an op shot go off and Ron didn't die, I got real scared for that because Ron had just peeked out with the headshot. That was way closer than it needed to be there. I think UV1 might have to shake up a little bit, maybe just calm down. I would even consider taking a timeout with the way they're playing right now. It just seems a little bit chaotic in terms of micro play. They still do get a couple of rounds on the board, though. They get rifles here up against Spectral on a save, so they're doing fine. Maybe they can just use that round as, you know, the timeout that I'm looking for and just get themselves into a more controlled state of mind here.
Definitely need to calm that one down. Before we get into the action in this round, I do want to point out Scorin is putting a link to a giveaway in the chat. Revelite just got to get another kill, sure. While speaking,
Why not?
Yeah, he's just gonna open the round every single time. So yeah, be sure to check out that giveaway, folks, because you know, it's stuff. Who doesn't like stuff? Definitely a nice little benefit for watching the UV1 streams. But back to the action. Do have a quasi buy here for Spectral Esports. As, again, Revelite there was able to snuff out someone with the up. Vampy then gets a nice kill there on Edens. So this is very likely a situation. Deimos. Oh, Vampy actually ends up picking up that kill. They're trying to get anything done.
That's brutal from
Yeah.
Deimos and Vampy there. That is just impossible to get out in that case. I do want to, as Teague tries to save a gun. Ooh, does get one actually, so maybe I'll shut up for a sec.
Yeah, he's able to pick that one. Vampy in on the flank, though, right behind him. Trying to, well, switches to the Deagle to finish him off in style. 4-4 now. We have a tie game.
Yeah, great work there by UV1. That's a lot more like it. And I was saying that if Spectral has done any you know, demo review or anything like that, which of course they can do if they know that UV1's being streamed, they could potentially go back and do some VOD review, you know, to scout UV1. But in any case, if they did, they're probably a little bit anxious right now because of what's going on with Revelite. He, you know, sometimes he just has these games where, look at this. What's
Oh
right
my
now?
goodness!
No way!
Whoa. Okay, if that's a game, if you're playing ranked or whatever, you're like, this guy's hacking. He's got a kill at the very beginning of the round every single time. Oh my goodness, Revelite.
Could not have been a more perfect demonstration of exactly what I was about to say, which is that Revelite sometimes has these games where it just feels like his game sense goes up to 11. Like, it's unreal, the peaks he finds and how often they work out. And we just saw it at the beginning of the round right there as I was trying to say it. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's always good when you say a point and then the players just do exactly what you say. Makes you sound smart, makes him look good, and makes me happy because it's hype as hell. Anyway, we're out of 4v4 as Vampy did get spotted out while we were singing the praises of Revelite.
A couple of nades there, so that it finally punished for that aggression up in apps. Good job, good adjustment there by Spectral, but still a 4v4, and Spectral still haven't been able to really gain any ground. They are working up mid now.
Yeah, they're slowly getting through there, and slowly has kind of been the key phrase here for Spectral. It does seem like by default they're a little bit of a slower team, but here we go. They are making the hit now towards A. They will meet up with Revelite. What's he going to do against all of them to slow them down while the team rotates? He does get one. He gets two. That's 3K on the round. Will he grab the one in apartments? He does. 4K now. He's looking for it. He wants it. Boom! The ace for Revelite on the up. Just killing it.
Wow. Okay, so I also want to talk about how Egglet really sometimes pops off sometimes, and you can really see. I'm just trying to. I'm
just keep
discovering
naming
new
people.
powers here, Johnny. That was unreal from Revelite. How does he get that second shot? That was just ridiculous coming in from the Opper and IGL of UV1 on an absolute tear right now with 16 frags.
Like, it would have been good if he killed one of them and then died. and then it would be like, okay, you got one of them now. Everyone's gonna start coming in for the retake. Like that would have been a good play on its own. But
Yep,
never mind. He just finishes them all off and
Yeah,
got it in style.
Unbelievable from Revelite.
Oh.
That's so ridiculous.
That. Oh, my day's made. My whole weekend's made. I've been casting so many games of like between this and League of Legends. This is my 15th game of esports this weekend, starting from Friday. Van picking that one, and that was the most hype out of all moments.
Yeah, that's one of the best aces it's one of the best plays we've seen in the entire season of CSGO with UV1 casting. That was just like perfect from Revelite. The initial opener, the the hold at pit, the under like so much pressure from those players pushing in with full.
There you go.
He's off.
Oh my goodness!
He's off again!
Are we just gonna lock the camera on Revelite today? Is that gonna be the call? And it's the last one left. Oh my goodness! 3K! Revelite! What are you just okay, you gotta drop an album before every match, because apparently that's good luck. He's at 19 frags here at round 11. Of course, he's got the last 8.
Yeah, Revelite had better be spamming those SoundCloud links because he deserves the listens right now. 19 kills in 10 rounds for this guy.
Unbelievable performance.
now.
I know.
I thought
to
UV1
relax.
needed one. Hell no, I need one.
Here's Teague, though, taking down Vampy, who's up in T-Apps there. Revelite, though, he's got
Normal
enough.
stuff.
Yeah, do we even point it out anymore? It should be like, eventually,
Yeah.
eventually it stops being hype, I guess.
Yeah.
If,
man.
oh my goodness.
That was a good trade, though. Vampy
Yeah.
continues to play aggressive, and this time they punish the punish. They're ready for the Vampy push, but they're not ready for the Opper to be behind. So that was actually just a good playmaking setup by UV1 in general. And Revelite, of course, isn't planning to miss any shots anytime soon today, so it's gonna work out.
If I was playing this game, I don't know what to do, man. Like this is broken. This is
On Spectral, you're like, okay, so what? We're just supposed to like not let them get enough money to buy an op? Like, is that how people have been beating UV1 before this?
Yeah, I'd be like, how does anyone beat this? This
Yeah.
is absolutely insane. Anyone would have a lot of trouble dealing with that. The mental for Spectral, they're definitely going to have to take a check in this one as we're watching Deimos run through CT spawn and then run back. But they are making the hit over here. Egglet will be taken down. Goldie will trade that out at least. It's now to a 3v3 as they are on site. Teague is going to plant this bomb here. Goldie's down to 7 HP after that nade. Here's Deimos' nade, though. Let's see if that gets anything done there. Does zone them off a little bit. Pushes them to the side, but here's a molly from Ron to try to slow down the retake. Here we go. What can they do here? Deimos picks up 1. Revelite gets another. He gets 2. He gets them all. 3K again.
What is that second shot? It's just like I'm running out of superlatives now. Like I just cannot fathom what Revelite is doing in the server here. This is unreal. This is
I just don't know what I don't know what to say, man. This is one of the greatest performances I've seen in amateur esports. That is not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
And I've been casting for a decent amount of time, and this is one of the singular greatest performances I've seen in an amateur esports. So keep it up, Revelite, because it is absolutely beautiful. Here's Salt.
Oh,
getting
there
some
we go.
damage. They
That's what
finally take down Revelite.
Raid boss down.
Yeah, exactly. Deimos, though, in behind the smoke, will pick up one of them. So it's still only 3 members left here with Spectral Esports because they got to deal with the rest of the members of UV1 now, too, as well. Here's Vampy. He's going to get himself a good spot. Teague jumping around. Will be taken out. Lehman trades. But down to 1 HP. Salt down to 29 to deal with the 3 remaining members of UV1.
Yeah, and they're so low here, like you say, so it's almost impossible. I think I would save at this point, and they may consider going for it. You know, UV1, like, we're talking about how amazing Revelite has been, but it's only 7 rounds. Like, there is definitely something, you know, if Revelite somehow quiets down a little bit, or if they find ways to shut him down, there, you know, he goes for an ego peek, and why wouldn't you?
Egglet!
There's a lot straight out.
Ogchap Can we get Og? I need to make that an emote. It was Deimos last time, but Egglet pulling it off. A nice little
Champ,
spray there.
That's right. Yeah, and Deimos has switched to the M4.
Yeah.
Interesting development here. So Egglet on the AUG this time. But yeah, I'm like I was saying, 8 rounds. While it feels pretty ridiculous because of what Revelite has been doing to them, it's not insurmountable by any means. So Spectral definitely do have to continue with that. Continue with what their game plan. Revelite's not missing that. Come on. What are you doing, Ron? Why are you running? Why are you running past that angle?
Why are you going there? What is this? Maybe they thought, okay, we killed him. He's gonna be cooled down now. Not the case here. Goldie in an aggressive spot here. He's gonna get down 2. Egglet grabs the other. Teague now by himself, looking back and forth. He does hit a shot onto Egglet, getting him down to 10 HP, but here comes Vampy rotating around through Banana. We'll get onto him right there. Doesn't miss the headshot. UV1. All of them now, I think, just like off of Revelite's momentum, has kind of spread this to the rest of the team now too.
Well,
and
they're like, can you leave some for us, please? Look at that. Deimos and Egglet are playing totally fine, and they've only got 6 kills each.
Yeah.
It's just unreal. But that was a pistol round, of course, so Spectral not expected to win that one, but UV1 have set themselves up so well, and and here is the pause coming in now. Spectral having the money to do a full buy and trying to figure out what are we supposed to do in response to this Opper. Well, that has to be what's happening in their comms right now. How do we avoid this guy? How do we go to an angle, because we're dying to him every single round?
Yeah.
Like what? His gun kills us in one shot. It's like when you start getting back to the fundamentals of Counter-Strike, it's like, wait, that gun is so powerful, actually.
Yeah. You guys know it's really good.
Spectral have to they have to find a way around it, right? That's exactly what they're showing, and here is an aggressive peek once again.
Oh, here we go.
A more forward default this time from Spectral. They're trying to get a little bit more map control, risking a couple of peeks. I like this idea, as much as Revelite feels like he's going to hit every shot, he can't be at every single angle on the map. And so they do, if the more map control they get, the more they can gain info, the more they can make decisions and coordinate on a push together and overwhelm whatever defense is present at the site. So that's what they're trying to do right now. See if Vampy can get anything from this spot.
Nade will hit Edens a little bit there. They're looking like, again, they're just trying to suss out, probably trying to just suss out where Revelate is. There he is! You found him, Edens!
Okay, so he's there.
I can't
move back.
Honestly. It's illegal.
Now that actually has totally shut down the push as well, because they needed somebody to get back. They're trying to get more info, trying to scale up the map, but somebody gets taken down at such a key choke point, and they say, okay, the Opper is here. He's not likely to miss if we peek. They have to back off, and they do go to B.
Yeah, they are making the hit there now. They're getting it outside. They meet Egglet up there in the fountain, who will be taken down by Assault. Lehman's going to take a bunch of damage, but he's not to go down yet, as we watch Vampy coming through with the flank. Goldie is going to get a boost here. Finds Salt, but does not find Lehman, who will take them out. 1-for-1 now. 3v3 left to go here, as Vampy is going to make those numbers even better for UV1. Only Teague remaining, who will take down Vampy, but Deimos cures them up. So, again, other people getting to shine on that round there. UV1 pick it up.
Yep, I mean, Revelite did get the entry again. He probably has an entry in like 90% of rounds so far in this game. But, just a good hold there. And it was the right choice regardless of, this terrifying Opper. It was the right choice to back off and go to B this time. But there's another pause coming in. I'm not sure who has called this one, but Spectral definitely need a little bit more of an answer for this beyond, just that aggressive default, I think. I like the idea, but they need to kill this guy. Like, they need to find a way to take down the final boss of the ESEA playoffs for them.
Yeah.
Which right now is Revelite, or at least, a pretty deadly mid-game boss anyway, if they want to continue to climb through. But, over on UV1 side, the question is, what do you do at this point as UV1, right? You still want to keep to your fundamentals. Like, of course, everybody's going to be hyped about Revelite, but you still want to stick with your game plan, which, like, your game plan is not Revelite go body these fools, right? Even if that's what ends up happening. That's not how you plan it out. And so Vampy's getting aggressive again. And so is Revelite.
My goodness. Oh, what? Oh, he finally misses the shot, and Edis will take him out. I'm like running out of words to call what he's doing.
I know.
Ron does take out Vampy there. So still 3v2, but damage done to Ron and Salt as they both got to back up towards where the bomb is. Deimos has kind of position on it. So if they go in here, Deimos should be able to spot this out. Yeah, Salt and Deimos trying for the long-range firefight with each other with the AKs. Deimos will meet up with Ron right here. Flash comes out, but yeah, no way Deimos going to know he's right there. Ron takes a decent amount of damage from Egglet, but he's
well
forced
played
to
there
back.
by Ron to avoid the flash. I like that, but he did take quite a bit of damage there from Egglet, and so they still have the health disadvantage as they push towards this A site here, and they don't have a lot of ground yet. They do have lots of utility, though, so they need to use that well. Need to make sure they eliminate as many options for the CTs as possible in terms of defending this site.
Here you go. They're actually
gonna
gonna
wrap.
go
This is a
around
great
the world.
play.
Yeah, they're gonna go for it. Egglet is gonna go all the way around. They will have to deal with Goldie, who is waiting right here at this site, but they will likely be able to get on here fairly cleanly. They're trying to find them out. Salt gets taken down, and there goes the bomb. Great play, Goldie. Holds the site by himself there. One half,
nice.
11-4.
Nice setup there from UV1. Very passive and not at all expected for Goldie to be tucked way in the back of the B site like that when there's only 2 players left. And so they basically predict the wrap, you know, even though it was the correct play for Spectral because they had control of that area and they had too many spots to clear on A site. Still, Goldie and UV1 have the read. Really, really nice. And what a half from UV1, you know, and Revelite, of course, in particular. But in general, UV1 looks super, super solid. They look like they are just, you know, they look on one tonight. Like, you know, even beyond Revelite. They're just so poised right now.
Yeah, every one of them too. And what I kind of know is like it's always the interesting thing is like, oh, if we could get into the comms of like players in the middle, it'd be interesting. From everything I hear is they tend to keep level heads. I'm sure they popped off a little bit when he got an ace, because come on. But in general, they're just probably just like, okay, cool, Revelite's hitting the shots. Let's just make sure we're all doing what we need to be doing. Because like you're saying, you don't rely on that, right? You don't go, okay, well, one person's gonna get 3K a minimum every round. He's gonna get the opening frag every single time. So we just count on that. Like, no, that's not how that works. That's not how Counter-Strike works.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know that they were all just making sure they were all doing the right things, and you saw that. Like, even the last round was a very good example of like, hey, well, what do we do in this situation? These guys are gonna rotate over here. You're in the right spot. Finish off the play, and UV1 up here 11-4. Inferno is one of their best maps. Then they're real strong CT side in there. It started off shaky, of course. Pistol round they lost, and they kind of forced up a bit, and they were losing some early rounds, but. Again, they got Revelite on the op, and they got everyone kind of with full rifles and utility, and then it was just off to the races for UV1. So see if they can close it out now here on the T side.
Well, and it's affecting Spectral, you can tell. In that last round where Revelite got that shot on Teague, Teague looked like one of the best fraggers on Spectral with a couple of really nice, great aim moments here in this map. And Teague just missed. Like, he just didn't have a really controlled spray on his gun. And you can tell he's up against this Opper. It's affecting them mentally, I think, a little bit, you know, and how could it not?
Yeah. Like, I know when I'm in that kind of game, this Opper, I've never seen it, again, an Opper do that. But still, in general, I shouldn't even know where the Opper is on one side who's playing pretty decently. I'm just like, I just need to do everything I can to avoid this guy. I just like don't even want to be part of it because it's just tilting. But in this case, you're in the playoffs in fairly good competition, and it's like someone shouldn't be able to do it. Like they shouldn't, right? Like just straight up shouldn't be able to do what he was doing. So it's gotta be tough on the mentals there. So we'll see if Spectral Esports have an answer though. Because they are waiting over here. They're starting to hit over now onto this A site. Egglet coming through apps. We'll pick up one. Ron will trade it right back. Teague then gets the other, but Vampy will grab a couple here. Well, actually, Goldie gets the other one. So it leaves 2 members left for the retake in Salt and Lehman for Spectral Esports. Revelite, Vampy, and Goldie here to defend.
Have been a better take from UV1. Just great trades, ending up 3v2. That's exactly what we need. We just need to hold this. Great shot by Salt, though.
Yeah, that's a really nice shot. Goldie's in a great spot here. If he can hit the shots there, he pulls it off. Revlight took out Lehman too at the same time. So that will mean a pistol round win for UV1, and that's pretty darn big in this.
Yeah, the pistol round, Spectral needed it so bad, but it was just textbook from UV1. They go in, they get the trades exactly the way they need to do them, and they finish it off. So, yeah, look at the scoreboard as well over on Spectral. They also have sort of an Iron Man over there in Teague, who's got 16. The next highest frags, I think we're 6 there. So Spectral are really relying on the fragging of Teague right now, and you know, UV1, they just have so many more threats, and their one big threat right now is a lot bigger.
All right. UV.
So UV1 buy up SMGs, and Spectral fully force up. This is obviously the only play when you're down this many rounds. So they need this round right here.
Here you go, Eden's doing a decent amount of damage over here. Flash comes out. Vampy takes him out. And now looks like they will likely continue to hit over onto the site as Aglet is going through apps. Take down one. Vampy meets up with Ron and says goodbye to Ron. Lehman and Salt left over for Spectral Esports.
Yeah, wow, this is turning into just a bloodbath. And, you know, Spectral were looking really good at the beginning of this game. Like, it looked like a pretty evenly matched one. Spectral even taking a 4-2 lead at one point, or maybe even 4-1. But UV1, you know, off the back of Revelite's amazing performance, have just started to completely dominate in every sense of the game. They just cannot be stopped on any aspect of Counter-Strike right now. The aim, the macro, the utility usage, every single thing for UV1 is better right now. It just looks so good for them.
And there's Hunted Dew. Not happy with just winning the round. They're going to add insult to injury. Lehman does end up taking out a couple of them too, but just not even letting them keep their guns. Just rude.
Looking at it longer, I bet it's Lemon. Even though it's 2 E's, it's just Lemon with some extra letters.
Yeah, it might be.
I think I want to... And Johnny, I'll direct your attention to his profile picture as
Yeah,
well.
that checks out. But is it Christmas time?
True, yeah. Maybe we need to investigate further, but I'm going to start calling him Lemon because it's a fun thing to say.
Yeah.
And we already have Salt, you know, Salt and Lemon. You're close to a weird tequila shot.
Yeah, I'll take it.
If you're, you know, if you're playing on Spectral right now.
Fun fact, my first internet friend I ever had, their handle was Lemonberry, and my handle was Charmander. I was a child.
Well, I don't understand why you changed it, but
I
guess Johnny Esports is good, but I don't know. Johnny Esports wouldn't be as good of a Pokemon. What would Johnny Esports evolve into?
That's a great question. Let me know in the chat what y'all think.
Traditional sports?
Traditional sports. Johnny Football and Johnny Hockey is where Johnny Esports kind of just came from.
Sure, yeah,
so maybe they're my evolution. Goldie is gonna grab a couple though. While we're
sorry, it's a pistol round. I wanted to brighten it up a little, but you've been darkening the door of Spectral once again.
Teague, oh yeah, Revelate just standing there waiting. Teague, at some point you're gonna move over here to get it down. Yeah, UV1 having fun here.
I don't usually say it's not possible to make a comeback, but it just doesn't seem possible for Spectral right now. Like, even though it's technically possible for Unexpected Victory to lose all these rounds now, it just doesn't feel like the eye test tells you it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, and it's kind of a crazy thing. Like, on paper, like this could have and should have been a closer matchup. Of course, it is a best of 3, so there's another map to go.
Yep.
But at least another map to go. And Ron makes a nice little play here.
Great flash.
To get a flash. They get a couple. He runs back behind the smoke and then sprays down Vampy. So you could see that this team clearly they have set plays like that, set individual plays like that where they can play, but they just ran into a wall in that first half and are probably just like GG next, essentially, right? Let's just get into the next map because they probably want to reset themselves. Then never mind, reset the score, reset everything, right? With just getting into the next map.
We want to start from 0-0 again, please. We want your Opera to also have a pistol again, please. But they did take out the 2 SMGs. This is a bonus round for UV1, so they're okay with losing it as long as they maybe get a little damage down. Now in a 3 versus 5, we'll see. I mean, there's the potential to even just save these guns, but they do have lots of money.
Yep. Let's see where they go with it. Demos walking up mid.
Yeah, there are 3 sort of in the A area, so it would be a 3v3 if the Lurker does rotate back over for this hit. Still 40 seconds remaining. It's an eternity for Shrike, but Ron
Ooh.
finds Revelite there on a really tight angle, and that damage might secure the round too, even though...
Oh, Deimos wants to play, though. He's going to throw it out of Molly, but then in the end, just back off from it.
There we go. Yep, that damage. Revelite, you know, was full HP before and now taking all that damage. Oh, actually, Goldie is going into the site here.
Oh, well, why not, eh? Lemon over here takes a little bit of damage. Goldie is spot out by him. Lemon finishes down 2. Salt takes down the other. So I forget how many in a row that was for UV1, but Spectral Esports finally end their run there. It's now 5-14.
Yeah, if my math is correct, that was 12 rounds in a row for UV1. So that's good to break that at least. But now there is a certain weapon in Revelite's hands that what is that one called again? It's the big green
big,
one.
yeah.
And Spectral Esports are scared of it. I
Uh,
thought I had more for that bit, but
yeah, I just tried to go with you.
yeah.
Here's Salt into Banana here, just trying to aggressively push up and slow down UV1, but ends up doing a decent amount of damage
Lemon
onto
and
Deimos.
Banana, your average, Monday night meal.
Yeah. It's most of my diet, to be kind of honest, if you think about it.
Sounds pretty healthy.
Yeah, I have bananas for lunches regularly, and there's a lot of salt in just things I eat, and
True.
yeah. Lemons are good too.
And then there's lemons.
There's lemons. Here's Salt in a good spot to take down Revelite. Yeah. Well, Revelite can't shoot you if he doesn't see you, so unfortunately he doesn't see him there.
Not yet.
Not yet. He's working on that.
Deimos.
Yeah.
Let's get a hit onto Salt, but yeah, now the HP is way lower for UV1. You can even argue you'd save here because it's just so difficult to take a site like this, but I don't think they're really interested in saving. They're probably going to hit A at some point here.
Yeah, they looks like they are moving slowly towards it. Still 30 seconds. A little bit of a fake hit towards B right now.
Yeah, this is nice.
So here we go. Real hit now coming in towards A. Lemon rather, taking quite a bit of damage there. Here comes Egglet going in first. He will pick up 2 frags, both headshots. Goldie cleans up the other, leaving Salt with the up. Come in all the way from the other side. Probably just going to save the gun, though.
Well, the thing is, it's going to be 15 rounds, so you almost argue Salt has got to go for this. Won't have any chance. They've won every single round. So picks one.
Well,
But yeah, he knows that there's going to be a flanker. This is so hard from Salt to deal with.
Yep. Goldie cleans up the round. 2K for him, 2K for Egglet. Match point, or sorry, rather map point, I should say, because of course it is a best of 3. 15-5 right now. UV1 in good shape.
Yeah, Spectral are just really going to have to reset hard after this one for, what is it, Nuke coming up second? No, Dust 2.
No, Dust 2
it
is third.
Nuke.
It was Nuke. It was Nuke.
Yeah, Dust 2 is second. Dust 2 is third. Nuke is second. So yeah, they're really going to have to set up for Nuke, which, is not as much of a... well, I say this, it's maybe not as much available for the op.
Yeah.
Deimos gets 2.
Well, one thing I want to say, yeah, Deimos grabs 2. Salt ends up taking him down in the end. One thing I was talking to Deimos about kind of their map pool. Salt and Edens end up taking out Vampy there. I think I accidentally have the camera locked on Salt right now. But basically, they added that map to their rotation. That was the map they added. We were speculating that it was Dust 2. We were talking yesterday or last game Friday. But then I was talking to Deimos like, no, we Dust 2 was already in their pool, quote unquote.
Sure.
But they felt like what they added was actually Nuke, which is what we saw them play in Cash Cup a bunch of times, which was like good that they got the extra practice on it basically. And that was the map that they felt they needed to add going into playoffs here. So
that's a great idea. It's a great one to add to your map pool for totally different reasons than Dust 2 is really good to have in your map pool, right? Because if you've got set plays, it takes a lot of work to get Nuke into your map pool, but it's worth it because if you manage to get it in a veto and the other team doesn't have the practice on it like you feel you do, you can just steamroll a team on.
Certainly. And just looking at how the map got picked, this was technically the pick for Spectral's Revelite. Just hitting op shots. as one does. It feels like they got all 3 maps they like to play on. If that's the
Yep.
case there, if they
Yep,
like
exactly.
Nuke. So even though this again being Spectral's, this one being Spectral's pick, UV1 are happy about it. Revelite.
Revelite's missed in the entire map.
Oh! Well, he technically hit the 3rd one, I think, but didn't kill him, so that gets cleaned up in the end by Egglet. That will be a win here for UV1 in map number 1. We're going to set up number 2. I believe Scorin wanted to talk to us for a quick moment before we take a little bit of a break between maps here. I'm just gonna pull Scorin in and say hello to the GM of Unexpected Victory. How you doing, Scorin?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Panicking a little, but mainly-
Panicking because Revelite is just flustering everybody, or what's up?
yeah, no, he's gonna waste all my money. I gambled with them, and now I'm regretting it.
Oh man. Well, I think everybody's happy about Revelite putting up that kind of performance. How you doing, man? Like, what else is going on besides the panic for you?
Lots of excitement, to be honest. And like the past few games, I haven't really watched. Well, else in the playoffs, just because of stress in general.
Oh no.
Some of them were just too stressful to watch.
Yeah, so many
wasn't
of
able to.
the games down the stretch were just all super close games and then big comebacks that they had to pull off. So yeah, they were the cardiac kids for sure here on UV1. But as much as the anxiety was there, the anxiety a little different in this game because it was more just like my blood pressure going up because of how excited I was getting for watching Revelite.
Charged with a crime after this game? That's what I'm anxious about.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm glad you are invested, Scorin. It sounds like you've really got a lot of heart put into this project, and it's really paying off so far, man. Like the boys look great. Do you have anything? They won't hear you because they're in game, but do you have any kind of message to put out into the world that you hope will reach the UV1 boys right now? What would you say to them if you had them in a call right now?
If I had the team in the call,
Yeah.
to be honest, I don't know.
Fair enough.
Probably something
Yeah.
I shouldn't say on stream.
All right. Well, that's good enough for me.
That's good enough. All right,
All I
Scorin.
gotta say is, watch out for game 2, man.
Yeah.
Watch out for that map.
Oh yeah,
That's
for
gonna
sure.
be an interesting one.
For sure,
All I can say.
definitely, my dude. All right, we are gonna take a quick break here. I gotta get a drink. I gotta relax for a second. We'll get map 2 set up. Thanks for for joining us for a little halftime interview.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in a bit back on stream. You and everyone else, folks. So yeah, stay tuned, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
All right.
I know life ain't fast since you're not right here. It's so long, but dear, see you in a few years. I know life ain't fast since you're not right here. It's so long, but dear, see you in a few years. All my future good things that I'm perfect. Maybe then I won't feel like I'm worth it. Hopping in my head, I'm searching for a message to find out my purpose. Is it working? I'm in searches. Am I worthless? Feel like I'm worthless. I don't know why I've been feeling like I'm so low, flying so low, but I need you. I know life ain't fast since you're not right here. It's so long, but dear, see you in a few years. I know life ain't fast since you're not right here. It's so long, but dear, see you in a few years. RIP to the ones that just didn't make it. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow, if not then nothing. I hope you know that I miss you so much that it's wrenching. It's the worst when all the fucking feelings that he said. I can distract myself everywhere I go, I see you. Every time I talk to people, I feel like I'm see-through. Ain't nobody understand the shit that I've been through. 17 and blessed to be smiling the way that I do. I know life ain't fast since you're not right here. It's so long, but dear, see you in a few years. Why is it so hard for you to say you wanna leave? I remember when they said that they wouldn't believe. I put in the hours and I fought through all the grief. Now I see the shining light that's closer to my feet. I've been gone, I've been long gone. I've been gone, I've been long gone. I don't even care if they want me. Almost all the people that have hurt me said they love me. Here's another night where you're lonely, and you hit my phone but I won't answer, you ignore me. When I hit my lows you were nowhere around. Now I'm coming up and you're going down. I'm so happy that I ditched you when I did, cause I don't need I've been gone, I've been long gone. I've been gone, I've been long gone. Gone, I've been long gone. I've been gone, I've been long gone.
I'm having a hard time trying to move this along. I guess I'm trying to right my wrongs and getting all the sad songs. I got myself involved and I got myself a pause, and I'm waiting just to make it out. And baby, I'm gone, I'm gone.
I've been gone, I've been long gone. I've been gone, I've been long gone. Gone, I've been long gone. I've been gone, I've been long gone. I'm a dolphin, yo. Hey, I'm a dolphin. I'm a dropout. What? Yeah. Let's take a new route. Let's go down south. Yeah. I'm a dolphin. I'm a dropout. I'm a lover's boy with a new doubt. Take a new route. Let's go down south. Then you'll find out who I am now. I'm a dolphin. I'm a dropout. I'm a lover's boy with a new doubt. Take a new
Okay, everybody, welcome back. That was quite the first map for Unexpected Victory, and now they're jumping into Nuke here against Spectral Esports Red. And let's see if they have an answer to see if we're getting to 3 games or if it's going to be a quick 2-0 night.
Unexpected Victory starting on the T-side Nuke, and you know, if there's any time to prove that Nuke is really in your map pool, it's on the T side. And so Unexpected Victory get a great chance to show off a little bit of variety, a little bit of range here with what they can do, because this is a difficult thing to play. It's difficult to hit these sites, difficult to break through the defenses. There's Edness getting a little Calatin warm up, looking to maybe match the performance Revelite had in the first map. But the other thing is, you know, the aim looks great for UV1 right now, and Nuke, while it is way more of a set piece and way more of a sort of closed-in type of map, there still is a lot of opportunity for skill expression here. So
Certainly.
we'll see if, you know, if Revelite, I don't know, Johnny, I actually don't particularly feel mentally prepared for Revelite to do what he did again, a second map in a row. So I'm just gonna have to ask him down a little bit, please. Leave some kills for the rest of them. But, yeah. The other thing is, without a performance like that, we have to see what Spectral can do on a map that's, on this map, which is Unexpected Victory's pick. So definitely going to be an interesting one there.
We're just watching Revelate warm
Nice
up
little
just to
warm-up
prove
there,
he still got it. Yeah, nothing's changed. That alone, it's like I would just be, if I was Spectral, I'm like, guys, just don't even go out right now. Let's not get tilted by this. Already, he's just pulling out the op now during the warm up. Just a quick reminder. That's a mental game. That's gotta be on purpose there. I love it. But yeah, if I'm on the side of Spectral again, we always talk about this a bit of a UV1 Homer stream, but I kind of just want to talk about what you think about right now if you're Spectral. That was definitely one of those games where I'm just like, yeah, when you're going to the second half, I'd be like, let's just end it and get to the next game, because I don't think they just didn't have it in that map. It wasn't going to be them, but they needed to kind of get out of there and sort of to get their ability to reset their mental and just treat it new. Because again, it's 0-0. And if you win this second map, we'll basically forget about the performance that Revelite had in map number 1 if they come back and win this one, right? Because then it's all reset to what happens in Dust 2 after this. So it's 0-0 here. You can reset all of that's happened. You come to play here because they look dangerous to start off. Obviously, like pistol rounds and stuff, early rounds, sometimes it's not everything, obviously, in the game of Counter-Strike, but it looked really good. It looked really good for players like Teague, who still had, I think he got to 20 frags at the end. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, definitely the top fragger. Definitely close.
Yeah,
for
definitely
sure.
close.
And Ron had a couple of nice clutch plays as well.
Yeah.
So there are things for Spectral to rely on here in terms of individual skill. They also definitely look like they could be dangerous in some of those CT rounds, but yeah, it's have to show the same thing on expected victory are, you know, map to map, even if you're playing it one map at a time, you just do feel like they're really in the zone tonight.
Yeah, certainly. And then if we get back to the UV1 side, you in a way have to reset your mental, because you can't get too hyped in Counter-Strike. It is a mistake that I think people have. That's how you kind of lose momentum. As we watch Revelate get 4K in this warm-up, you kind of potentially lose momentum because you bring yourself up too high, and then you're not able to match that at any point. And then when you start when momentum slips and you start slipping away, it almost slips faster because you so desperately want to keep it, and then you can't. So yeah, so even for UV1, they also have to keep themselves in check here. It is, again, 0-0 on the map. God, Revelate, stop it. You're not making me look good by you still just continues to hit these shots like this. But it could be that this could turn things around, and you want to end it quick, right? So you want to win. You probably want to win the pistol round. If you can get like ahead quick, you could immediately destroy the mentals of Spectral. Or if Spectral gets some momentum, they could be right back.
Yeah, definitely true. You know, and yeah, it happens. We can't rely on that kind of performance. It happens to every single player. It actually does not matter how good you are. You cannot do that every single map. No player can do it. Not even players who seem like or device or something like that. Not even those players do it every time. So, you know, it's just Spectral kind of has to hope it doesn't happen to a certain extent, because there's some of those rounds, there's just nothing against that kind of performance. Some of them there is, though, and they do have to also try to shore up those moments where they could have won in spite of a great performance by an individual player. Yeah. We'll see if they can do it on Nuke here.
Yeah, and that's the other side of kind of the coin when it comes to Counter-Strike. Like your greatness is actually determined by your consistency, right? Because if everyone was as good as they are best possibly, then everyone would be a freaking pro player, because everyone's had that moment where they're going crazy and they've got an ace or whatever, and they're like, yeah, if you always play like that, sure. But that's just not a realistic scenario, right? So it is definitely a situation where you are gonna have to go to like what your actual medium of play is, and let's be honest, like Revelite doesn't always do that.
Yes, yeah. He has those games, and you got to be scared when he does. And I said, man, I feel like a prophet, because I said at the beginning, if Spectral have been watching VODs, they know that something bad might be about to happen to them. And then that was kind of when Revelite turned the corner and started completely eviscerating their entire team.
Yeah.
So they just have to kind of, he doesn't do that this time, because, yeah, it's so difficult to deal with. But, yeah, like you say, you do have to sort of rely instead on, I wouldn't even say your median. I would say an even better approach potentially is to say, like, at your sort of, at a relatively weak point for you that happens at decent consistency, that's what you should probably base. You should say, like, this is the type of player I am. You know, I'm the type of player who gets caught out here. If you get caught out there more than, 30 or 40% of the time, that's the type of player you should see yourself as.
Yeah.
And then you can sort of, build off of that. And also, you won't be expecting this greatness out of yourself and expecting these amazing shots every time. So I think it does better for your mental as well. It's sort of a bit of a tangent in terms of like individual emotional strategy when trying to get better at something, but I think it definitely does hold up here.
And that makes sense because I actually have the opposite approach and it doesn't work. I'm always just like, I should have hit that.
Almost everybody has the opposite approach. That's the thing. It's very hard to do it. I even though I'm preaching it right now, I can't profess that I do it all the time. That's for sure.
I'm always just I'm going in there. Oh, I should have got the 3K.
Yeah,
I should have one-geeked all of them.
I'm a platinum level player in League of Legends. Why am I? No. Well, you don't always hit that rank or whatever. You don't always hit that shot or win that lane or whatever it is.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think it's definitely useful. I was watching, since we got a bit of time, I'll go into it a little more. Where I sort of gleaned or sort of had that strategy elucidated for me was on the stream of a streamer called Day9, who if you ever follow StarCraft or Hearthstone or anything or Magic even, you'd know who that is because he's one of the best, one of the most sort of like all-around gifted Twitch streamers on the entire platform, I would say, in terms of just and he's always kind of dropping little nuggets of knowledge. That was one of them that really stuck with me.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's a good personality mixed with capability of playing at high level, right? So
Exactly,
Day9's good stuff, and is definitely like one of those staples of the esports scene, like you said. Not just Magic, not just Hearthstone too, but of course going back to StarCraft and all that stuff. Day9 is he's a classic for sure, sure. So he's a good guy to listen to. But yeah, we are just waiting for one more to get into this map. Looks like one member of Spectral Esports just hasn't joined the server yet, as we are just kind of enjoying this.
That player was in here a little earlier and they left, so I'm not sure. There's maybe some issue, taking a little break. Nice. I'm sure we will eventually get back in. Hopefully, some player that's been completely tilted by the shellacking that was applied to Spectral in this last map. But
there he is. He's
hopefully not. And there we go. Teague has returned, or Edens has returned, I should say.
Yep.
And we are then. Hopefully, that signals that we are about to get underway with Nuke because, I don't know, maybe Spectral's doing a little bit of sneaky stuff and trying to get Revelite to cool off a little bit more. They don't want to face the absolute fire performance that they were dealing with last time.
Yeah, exactly. With Revelite just coming into the warm-up, just pop it off too as well. So yeah, maybe that little strategy to get it on there. But hopefully we get started right away. Scorin said, sadly, there won't be a Dust 2 winky face. Yeah. Well, it's always a double-edged sword, right? Because I like Counter-Strike so much. So I almost want to see it because then it means we're watching more games and we're casting more games. But at the same time, it's like, everyone here wants to see UV1 probably just win. That's probably a good thing, too. So we get into the match. We're into the pistol round. Again, like you said, UV1 on the T side, Spectral Esports on the CT. UV1 up 1-0 after winning the first map. They can close it out here, or Spectral Esports can run it back. We'll find out in a few moments.
Yeah, UV1 barely had to play any T rounds at all on Inferno, so now is the time that they're going to have to see what they can do over here. And playing... There we go. Revelite actually getting a little info already into the site.
Yeah, gets into the hut here. Oh, finds one at the back. Decides to back off from that one. Meanwhile, you get the Teague who's chilling on a ramp. Does see Goldie there. He's going to throw out his incendiary.
Very careful so far.
Yeah.
From both teams.
Slow play here. Damos chilling outside with this Deagle. Hasn't found anyone yet. Ron can find Vampy. Will do so. Takes him down. Looks towards Revelite. Don't quite get him yet there, but Sultan Edens then will take down Egglet and Damos. Revelite looks like they backed off. They're down to 33 HP. And there's still 5 members left here from Spectral, but Goldie will take down one of them.
It's kind of a weird hit there from UV1. Vampy's just sort of walking out into the site by himself, and then another player also kind of by himself going out. So
Edens is going to spot out Revelite here. Great spot for them. And yeah, exactly. Good shot. Nice crosshair placement.
Bomb is down, round is over, unless if Goldie can do something absolutely ridiculous, but I don't think that's going to happen. And actually, Deimos has disconnected, so hopefully they can get Deimos back in the game before too much comes of it. Probably going to be taking a pause after this, and yeah, not much to talk about here, but like I said, a bit of a odd hit. There's Deimos back, so that's good. Goldie was just trying to delay, and now there's 5 seconds left, so I guess save the light armor.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, a weird hit there. Vamp, I'm not sure what Vampy, you know, they just didn't have somebody to check Hut. They didn't have somebody to trade Vampy. He just kind of walked out on the site and tried to get kills. So a little odd from UV1 in the first round, but Spectral will take it, and they get the pistol round under their belt. They pick up a couple of SMGs, a rifle, and they are ready to take out that eco.
Yeah.
Full
armor?
force up from Unexpected Victory here.
Yeah, they're all gram Deegs and armoring up too as well, but of course with no utility here. See what they can do with that. Moving
I would have
in
maybe
force.
expected an outside hit because it's so difficult to do anything in these sites without utility, but they do have the one smoke on Vampy.
Oof, Deimos looks like they got taken down by Edens. Goldie here with his P250 is starting to walk towards ramp, but Ron takes out Vampy as well. Teague is in a spot here to hit where they're coming through. Trying to get in some damage. He will take out one. Goldie takes out one too, but Teague grabs a couple of them, leaving Egglet by themselves. He's got the bomb at least, but there's 4 members up here for Spectral Esports.
Seems almost impossible for him to get onto a site. So good job there by Spectral, shutting that down. And interesting to go for a full buy for UV1, but I guess they just didn't think they were going to have enough money next round. Anyway, Ron finishes that one off, and UV1 are going to have to full save now and then get a gun round next round. Looking at the money, it doesn't look like with the loss bonus now they're going to be able to get an op next round, and I'm not sure if they would want one on the T side anyway, but you know, it is the elephant in the room at this point after the series we've had so far. So UV1 on this save, and Spectral staying on the bonus, or staying on the SMGs, pardon me. Not a bonus in the next round, really.
But they are looking to meet outside here. The Deeg on Deimos is taken out. Salt picks up a couple. Edens gets in there with the MP9 to pick up 3. Clean work by Spectral Esports, and this is exactly what they needed to kind of reset things. Yeah, again, pistol, eco, a force, and then eco, whatever. Still, that's still 3 rounds in a row that they know they just kind of probably needed for their own mentals. Now let's see what they can do here that UV1 have AKs.
Yeah, Edens has picked up an op actually, so they're only kind of half bonusing here. And Spectral, that was the perfect way to deal with a with an eco, just calculated aggression, good flash usage, and they take care of that with no casualties. Teak has a nade that will do a lot of damage there. But UV1 still staying on the default. Deimos, great shot there.
Yeah, certainly a fantastic shot. Pull that off. Rev lets her throw to flash, then walk out. Spot out anyone here. Here's a couple spokes coming out from Vampy. Ooh, Revlight's gonna steal an op away here. There's the flash. Teague waiting there in ramp as we tune back into Revlight here, but I actually want to see what's going on with this firefight. Salt ends up taking down Egglet. And suddenly there's a fire behind Vampy.
Fire in the lobby. Here's Vampy trying to push out and might run into a player.
Ooh.
Salt flanked there, and so they have to be aware of this, but has backed off, so take more control. Trades come through.
Yeah, they're able to get a couple there. Salt trades back 1, but they do have access to the site now. Revlight did, in fact, actually end up getting an op hit, but Lemon from Heaven grabs one with his MP9. They're throwing out the molly onto there. He's forced to jump down. Deimos, though, gets taken out. He knew where he was. And he picks up the op and gets the wall bang. Lemon with the impressive clutch. It looked like that was going to be UV1's round, but now Spectral Esports are up 4-0.
Yeah, Revelite had such a nasty flank with the op there and was able to get all the way up into heaven and then drop down onto site. But then they, they just followed him up heaven and were able to take Revelite down and then ended up with a great play from Lemon there, switching to the op. Really nice idea there because he probably knew the player would be peeking and assumed they were running into an SMG. So Spectral go up to 4. UV1, look at this. They buy up again, though, and Deimos this time on the Krieg. So we'll see what they can do with that scope. And UV1 still looking for their first round on Nuke.
Yeah. They certainly got T's gonna throw a nade in the same spot. Does a little less damage than last time, but still 16 onto Vampy. Deimos outside with Revelite. Trying to smoke off to get into your safety. Here's the flash. Revelite walking out now. Op shot from Edens does miss. He's getting shot up a bit here. Got himself down to 60. He's gonna back off from that spot. Vampy now still trying to push through on ramp. Ron sitting here on top of Hut. Egglet finds Salt pushing out aggressively.
UV1 know that Spectral are a little bit antsy here. You saw Egglet. Everybody's just kind of waiting at spots, waiting for somebody to push out, and indeed, Egglet is rewarded there. So now they're going to be able to take outside control.
Oh,
Great shot
Deimos!
by Deimos.
Not quite the Og, but functionally doing the same thing here. Deimos getting 2.
Deimos clearing out outside the area to clear.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It looks like I'm watching Call of Duty when he's playing with the scope rifle. Ron picks up a couple, but Vampy in the end from heaven screws the last frag. 3K in the round for Deimos in an impressive fashion once again.
They do manage to secure one, and you can see Teague actually doesn't have the money to buy here, so has died enough in these rounds, has died in enough rounds that he won't be able to get anything, and Revelite now has picked up the op. So we'll see if how Unexpected Victory used that. It's an interesting weapon to use on the T side of Nuke. I mean, you probably are going to head towards outside at first, but lots of the map is very closed off to you.
Yeah, it looks like
you're using that gun.
Potentially want to use it to win the battle outside against the other op. Deimos picked up that op, actually. Ooh. At the end of the round and then gave it to Revelite, but Edens wins this time.
Yeah, good job. Revelite's been getting aggressive and getting a little cheeky on that angle a couple of times, or at least one of the UV players has been doing, so good job by Edens to adjust to that and get the kill. 4 versus 5 for the teams.
Ooh, Edens has got another one, but Vampy pushes through the smoke, and Goldie secures the other kill. Lemon, meanwhile, gets up in here and takes down Vampy. He's got himself down to 12 HP, though, so he's going to back off now. Ron sitting on top of Hut here on A. Egglet's got the bomb again. So, looks like they're going to take the ramp, go down to B.
They just have so little info. They've got to clear so much here on the lower site, even though, we know that there's nobody there. They have to take so much time, and it allows Spectral to rotate here. Going to go through vent.
Yeah, they make their way down there. Bomb is not going to get planted as Salt smartly shoots through the smoke there. Goldie now
Great play by Salt.
by himself, 1v3. Just surrounded. Picks up the bomb. 15 seconds, though. He's either just got a YOLO plant or somehow pick up 3 kills. He is planting. Gets it off. Can he defend? Not quite. But at least getting the plant gets you a little bit of money there for that. There's a tough situation there for Goldie for sure.
Yeah, just good picks early on from Spectral, in particular. Revelite getting taken down without doing anything there. And, these aggressive peaks, this time Spectral looks a little bit more ready for them, as UV1 not able to get purchase on any site just yet. Yeah, that would have been kind of a miracle if Egglet managed to pull that round off with the 3 versus 1. But Unexpected Victory are definitely on the back foot here on the T side. They still do have the money for one more buy, though, and so they're going to be able to at least do that. Ooh, that's a missed molly, unfortunately, there onto Hut.
Yep, Teague and the spot on ramp as he's been basically every round. Oh, in with an awkward flash.
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's what
I don't think so either.
Deimos is already headed down secret, so he might be able to get some control there, and there is still presence outside. You can see Revelite, has the op and is pushing outside, but it's so hard to find good angles. And there you go. Salt's catching Deimos on the push. So another 5 versus 4.
Yeah, it's almost like Revelite's performance in game 1, baiting him to buy the off continuously here, even though it's less as directly impactful on T side. Ron sees Vampy here. He's backing up though. Eglet then comes up to fight with him, but Ron gets the better. Revelite is peeking with that op, trying to get into Ron here. Throws out the nade towards them. Both of them throwing nades at each other.
It really is college. Just trading nades. Nice pick by Goldie, though, to peek out there and catch Ron rotating in the site. So Revelite's still going to have trouble finding purchase with this op, but this is a great flank by Vampy.
Boom, patient. Secures the headshot. Like,
How
just
did he
wait.
get up there? I guess they left outside open. I'm not sure how Vampy was allowed to cross all the way to heaven.
Ooh, Revelite was looking there for a moment, but then looked like they looked away, and Salt secured that one. But they're going to get this plant down. 3 members left here for Spectral to still take this retake. Vampy gets taken down. So it's up to Goldie to clutch this one out. Gets the first. He's flashed up. He's trying to make his way around. Defuse. Gets the one. He's got to get on the bomb. Yeah. Smart for Salt to stick it. And then gets the kill in the end anyway. 3K in the round for Salt. 6-1 advantage now for Spectral Esports.
Really good game sense by Goldie to check that top left corner, actually. He puts his crosshair in just the right place and gets the kill as a result. But, yeah, like you say, good job to stick. Don't be a loser, buy a diffuser because it wins you rounds just like that. And Spectral go up to 6 and a timeout called here, probably by UV1. They do need to regroup a little bit. Revelite isn't popping off. We've got to find another strategy in order to win. And, you know, definitely the CT side is something that will benefit them additionally, but you do want to rack up at least a few more on the T side here.
Oh, yeah.
And, they're going to be able to buy again with full loss bonus, so UV1 still looking for more here. And Spectral looking very good so far on the CT side.
Yep. This is, of course, always one of those key rounds here. They will be pretty broke after this one if UV1 do not take it. Even with max loss bonus, it's just still not going to be great. So they want to win this round here. And then potentially mount kind of their comeback. Deimos. Yeah. Smart
Good
play.
shot.
Yeah. Just maybe the guy goes, okay, he's done shooting, goes to take a peek, and then gets taken out. Revelite may well taken out by Edens. He's got Eglet too. Turns around. Lemon will take down Vampy. And they're going down like flies now. UV1, so they got 2 members left versus the 4 Spectral Esports.
Yeah, great picks there. You know, off the initial kill from Deimos, you would have hoped that UV1 would be able to get something a little bit more after taking that time out, but looks like they're just going to go down.
Ooh.
Great shot by Deimos
Look
again.
from Deos. Yeah, he gets tagged in the head for a moment, but still just enough time for him to do that. And yeah, boldly throws up the smoke on that Molly.
Oh, it's his own team's Molly. That
Yeah.
was very funny. But Deimos, yeah, gets through. He gets a plant.
He does get that plant. Sees one going through vents. Teague will back down from that. Ron ends up taking out Deimos in the end, but Goldie, another opportunity for Goldie to clutch here.
It's planted for him. Nope, he's going to save.
Damn. Goldie's playing pretty darn well here to be in this situation in the round, but just too many of his teammates falling before that situation. It's making it difficult.
UV1 probably calling another pause here. And yeah, like you say, Goldie and Deimos are the only ones who have really gotten anything going here on the T side. Just the frags aren't coming through, and I'm not sure about these hits either. They just seem to be playing this sort of like wait for picks type of default thing, and Spectral are getting the picks. And, you know, I don't know, like maybe I'd like to see event dive, some kind of set piece, maybe the smokes across outside and try to work more players into secrets, something a little bit more dynamic, or sorry, a little bit more focused for UV1 on the T side. For now, it looks like they're saying we've got this default, we're just going to play it and, you know, try to play contact. It's just not working so far on the T side here.
All right. They still able to buy up pretty decently here. Revelite again on that op. Here we go. They want to get more rounds in on this one. Likely want to get to at least 6. They'd be fairly happy with if they're able to pull that off.
Yep, even 5 probably they would
At
feel
this
okay
point,
about.
yeah. At this point,
Yeah, they're a really strong CT map. We always say it, and it's always true. But sorry, a really strong CT team.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, same thing here. Just waiting for Spectral to peak, and they have been occasionally. You know, Damos got that pick, Eglet's gotten a couple,
Mm-hmm.
but they're gonna learn eventually, and they keep securing the rounds in the late rounds. So UV1, yeah, they need to figure something else out, or maybe even be a little more patient. You know, you can use the clock as a resource. You can run it down even further, wait out that more utility, but you've got to have a coordinated hit of some kind. Here we go.
Oh.
But Salt is ready.
XSam's gonna pick up a couple. Vampy will eventually take him down, but Ron will take out Vampy. Lemon also takes down Goldie. Eglet goes through the vents, and Ron cleans him up. 2K for Salt and Ron on that round. 8-1 advantage for Spectral.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating, right? Because there's another pause coming out. It's got to be frustrating because you know you're like, okay, I just need to hit the shots here. I just need to make sure that we win these duels. Actually, Revelite has DC. So this one might be a tech, but they just you need a little bit more layers to your game at this point than what UV1 are bringing so far. And Spectral, for their own part, they look great on Nuke. They're really solid. They're winning the duels. They're using utility properly, and they're playing. They're doing good mid-round calls as well in terms of getting the rotates and denying those players entry to sites. These types of things.
Yeah, it's really rough right now for UV1. This was their map choice, of course. They're picking up this one, and not working out at this point. And unfortunate scoring, we might need that dust too, my dude. But there's still a lot to be played left on this map. It is only around 10, so don't want to overstate anything. But right now, Spectral Esports just seemed to figure it out and got the reset that they wanted, got the reset that they needed. Cooled down certainly has Revelite. He's only got 1 frag, I believe, in this half. Of course, he's DC'd right now, so I can't remember. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it said it was 1. Yeah.
1.
So that's been happening. Like you were saying, Damos and Goldie kind of seeming like the only players really feeling it right now. And then you look at Vampy, who, again, I almost feel bad because I feel like we call out Vampy a lot, but at least in lately, when the team is struggling, sometimes it feels like that's when Vampy's struggling, because Vampy, generally speaking, just gets the plays done, and we've been so used to seeing that all season long that when he's off, it feels off. And yeah, UV1 in a situation where they're pretty behind, but even that too, Eglet with only 1, that's obviously just needs to be a little bit better. Not everyone needs to have like 20 frags and a half, right? That's not what I mean by everyone needs to step up in that way. But in general, 1 and 9, you feel like you got to be doing better than that for sure.
Yeah, and I think it could be like, to me, this looks less like an individual issue and more like just that they're getting outstratted a little bit. I think that Spectral are, to their credit, they're ready for Nuke. They've got a great setup and expected victory. Have not been able to break it, and they need more than just fragging to break it, I think. And so we'll see if they can get that once Revelite returns to the server. Hopefully that's soon enough. But yeah, I think that it definitely is. There's definitely a lot to be said for strats over skills in a game like this.
Yeah, certainly, and that's what it kind of comes down to on this map. And like as we were touching on before, this is a map that they felt like they added to their pool, and they got good practice on it in that Cash Cup that we casted as well. And it seemed like they were picking up some pretty good strategies there, but it also might just be the microcosm of them just being on T side to kind of start it off, and Spectral Esports just happened to snuff out the key rounds important early on, so it just makes you look worse overall. So maybe you replay this a bunch of times and it turns out differently. But on this day, what we're seeing here is that it's not as clean as a map as you saw Inferno was, and again, that is another one where it was just pop-off central for Revelite, but even still, even minus Revelite's play on that map, everyone was playing good enough for them to have won that map.
Yep.
Revelite just made it so that it was like a 16-5, right? Instead of like maybe a 16-10 or something. So it it looks so clean on that map, and it just looks very different right now.
Definitely, yeah, and you know we're still like relatively early days on this map. To be fair, it's not, you know, this isn't a foregone conclusion by any stretch, especially compared to, you know, we actually kind of have seen the demonstration of what is a foregone conclusion pretty much in Counter-Strike last map at the end of it. So 8-1 is totally fine. You know, the unexpected victory are feeling okay, but they've got to be definitely a little bit ready for what Spectral are bringing to the table, because they're looking a lot better, a lot more ready on this map, a lot more, you know, able to deal with the setups that Unexpected Victory have.
And a lot of it kind of comes down to as well, like we're seeing Salt step up huge. He's leading the server right now at 12-4 there too, and he was a name that like didn't come up very often in that first map. It was kind of like a little bit of Teague and a little bit of Edens, and in fact Teague's bottom bragging on his team right now. But sometimes that happens when someone else is just playing so well, you just don't have the opportunity to get kills. But in this case, suddenly Salt has come out here and proven really good. Ron has impressed in a bunch of rounds, so they've gotten the reset that they wanted. And again, when I was talking from the Spectral Esports position, that was something they certainly wanted and needed. They got an early start to this one, and it's going their way as this goes. So looks like they've still not reconnected to Discord at this point, which is a little bit concerning, of course, for Revelite. If he's having that many issues that he can't even get to that, it's not even just like connecting to the server. But hopefully that gets resolved.
Yeah,
soon.
hopefully not some sort of power outage or something. But I hope they are able to get him back, or you know, able to find somebody last minute to slot into the team if you can. But man, that would be a blow. Definitely to UV1. So we will keep you posted on that and on, you know, whether that tech issue gets resolved sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it's like one of those, like, you're in traditional sports, and one guy's, like, hitting every single shot. He's getting every three. He's got, like, an 80% three-point range, and then they get injured. And you're like, oh, no, the whole game is different. So it's almost the same feeling right now with Revelite being DC'd. It sounds like he's at least back in Discord now, so hopefully gets connected to the servers shortly. But, it has that kind of similar feeling when to that. But, I guess, like, you know, internet issues, I guess, is the equivalent of getting injured in regular sports.
Sure. I mean, of course, you can also get injured.
Oh yeah, you can.
but there is an additional body part that you've got to take care of. And it looks like they're going back. I think that there is a max freeze time, and they probably are going to have to play a couple of rounds 4 versus 5 here, which is definitely unlucky for UV1. But you know, who knows? Maybe they're going to be able to make something happen. No, the pause does come back through. I can't speak to the rules. I haven't played ESEA before, but
it's fair. I don't know all the rules either.
I assume there's something with that, and Spectral will want to be getting this game going pretty soon.
Yeah, because if I'm on the Spectral side, this is one of those things too where you're just like, man, we had everything going our way, and now this giant pause. It's one of those things that feels sus. But we know, right? We know like this is not the type of thing that I believe these guys would do, that this would be intentional or anything like that. But on the other side, whenever you're on the other side, it always feels like, okay, we're up 8-1, and now you're DC, right?
Yep. It's oh man, as somebody who has run these tournaments before, that definitely like players to get very invested, and it definitely doesn't feel good for this to happen to your team if you're in the lead, right? So you know, even if there isn't anything going on, your mind immediately jumps there, and you know, it's hard to stop your emotions from controlling the way you sort of react to this type of thing. But there's some development, like you said. I'm not sure, but hopefully Revelite has at least been able to get back in to the Discord. And like I said, I'm sure ESEA has some sort of mandate here for this type of situation.
There is a sub available if needed, so that's what that is. See that the clock is ticking again. I wonder if they are going to have to start this round. Yeah, they're going to have to start this round 4v5. It looks like. Whew, that's unfortunate.
Yep, and 4v5, you know, I mean, it's a whole different game. Hopefully that they can, you know, make some fast hits and scrape up at least a couple of rounds here in in this situation, and hopefully they get reconnect as soon as they possibly can. But even if they do have to sort of play this out 4v5, and then of course they are likely to lose because it's a very, very difficult thing to do, we still have another map. So potentially Revelite or some sub can take that time to get ready and get into the server, and we have a 5 versus 5 on Dust 2.
Yeah, Eglet gets a little bit of damage on Salt there, and right now I would expect UV1 to play patiently. We do see that Revelite has access to the server at least, but even then I imagine, just in case, they probably want to take time here. But no, Vampy walks up and Edens will take them down. Deimos is going to end up taking a little bit of damage. Goldie here on the outside is going to peek over here, take down Edens on the flank. We'll have to back away from that Molly, however, but Lemon will take down Goldie. Salt picks off Eglet, leaving Deimos alone. Let's see if he can at least find something here, but yeah, just
Deimos with the 1v4. A couple of low players, so he could do some damage.
Yeah, did hear that shot, so he does know someone's on top of this hut here.
I mean,
Necessarily know. Yeah, he
ooh,
does
good
try.
guess.
Yeah, that's a pretty good guess. That was real close. But in the end, Lemon picks up the last one. Spectral up 9-1 now, but Revlite back on the server, picking up the op and going, let's go, boys.
There we go. Right back in, picks up the gun. He is ready to go. And, you know, as much as Spectral definitely could be a little bit miffed about, you know, having their momentum broken, UV1 have their momentum broken even worse. I mean, they have to sort of deal with the stress of, oh no, our player's disconnected, we got to work this out. You know, it affects your mental definitely more so than for the other team, who are just, the worst that could happen is they eventually play it out, you know, 5v5 again. So UV1 definitely have a big task ahead of them to kind of get their mojo back in this game.
Here you go, watching Deimos on top of Silo. Revelate again has that op on outside too as well, so let's see if they get any picks here. Edens also has an op though. See who meets who first. Edens has been getting the better of Revelite out there in this map so far. And Deimos is jumping back down to grab the bomb. It looks like they will head inside.
Yeah, Revelite is still playing outside, still trying to find those picks. This time, well, the play is towards ramp again. UV1 keeps sending teams. Generally, this is where they've had the most success.
Yeah, they get through on ramp. Goldie sees Lemon right there. Throws a smoke towards him. Ooh, gonna boost Revelite on top of Red here.
There isn't anyone peeking that right now, but Spectral are dynamic on that outside area. They do have people rotate. Nice shot by Edens, though, through the smoke.
Yeah, just saw the tail end of that. Looked pretty. Lemon now trying to find Goldie here. Gets a little bit of chip damage. Goldie throws out a flash. Allows himself to reposition a little bit. Eglet has made his way onto the A site. Finds Veron on top of Hut. Takes him down. Revelite still playing outside. We'll get in. Finds Salt with the quick scope.
Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good at all, Johnny.
Yeah.
You don't like to see those if you're a fan of Spectral right now.
Ah,
you don't
there
like
we
to see
go.
those at all.
Revelite has reconnected and has reconfigured his aim. But, turned the wrong way. He gets taken down by Lemon. Eglet avenges his teammate there. Here comes a flash from Deimos. He's going to walk in here. Eglet will find T, take him down. UV1 and a big run from Spectral Esports. They finally pick up a round here, and maybe they're right back into it.
Maybe. Eglet does recover the op as well, and yeah, Revelite, a couple nice shots in that round, definitely making his presence known on the server. That first shot was a leg shot, but you know, just nice entries, and they actually managed to out-rotate Spectral in that round. They managed to kind of find the openings in the defense that Spectral has set up, and Revelite gets another opening. This is what we're talking about.
That is one run, though. Nice play to get the kill there with the FAMAS. Eglet moves to inside. Ron here. Hanging out Mini. We'll get T going through secret. Let's see. Deimos on top of the silo. Gets a little bit of damage to him, but then backs out of there because that is a better.
Way
position.
out in the open there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Teague not ready for that because he had a free kill if his crosshair had been a little bit adjusted. But 3 versus 4.
Ooh. Goldie waiting back here for Lemon. Watch the smoke. Goldie. Ooh, they trade headshots there, but just a little bit better of a gun there. The AK for that situation.
Yeah, now working towards lower. 4 versus 2, but on Nuke, you know, we've already seen it a lot. The flank opportunities are
Damos.
so present. Damos finds a nice duel there, though. No 4v1, and Teague is probably going to look for the save as, yeah, this is a good rotate. They go through admin, there, or sorry, they go through ladder, and they get onto A. Round over.
Ooh, Teague does end up taking a Goldie, though, but he went down to 2 HP for the effort, so I doubt he's going to push for more picks than that. But he's making noise. Maybe trying to bait them out here a little bit, because if he can get clean shots off, he can certainly still do some damage to the economy of UV1. All right here, Damos will get into the crosshairs, but Damos ends up winning that one. He's got 2K on that round. Goldie, Vampy, and Revlite also picked up 1 each, so 2 in a row for UV1.
Yeah, Spectral aren't going to be able to buy here either. That gun save was kind of all they had in the bank, and so UV1 are looking good here. A couple of rounds coming off of a big technical pause, and Revelite is looking good. A couple of those other players who hadn't, you know, hadn't warmed up yet looked. They've gotten a couple of kills now. Scary again. Nice trade by Teague there.
Yep, Goldie and Teague trade a little bit here. They're going to continue pushing into the lobby. Vampy is on site though here. Will take down Ron. Throw down the Molly. They are all on site here. Revlite's hanging out here with his continuing to try to slow them down. Salt.
Weird situation there where it looked like Spectral was the T-side team.
Yeah,
as they
right.
kind of all attacked from lobby where UV1 was all in heaven.
Ooh, nice
or
shot.
all in A site.
Nice shot, Exit. Here we go. He turns around, grabs Salt too as well. Eden's now by himself in heaven.
I like the idea from Spectral. Push out together out of ramp. Damos finishing it off. You know, Spectral had a nice idea, nice strategy. They did get the trade and they did get lobby control, but by that time UV1 had just all flooded into A, and so they just put themselves in a defending position. Which is advantageous, of course. So there we go. UV1 get another one. And like you said, 6 rounds would be kind of the gold standard here for the T side. And they're well on their way, though Spectral do have another gun round before that happens. So that is what UV1 have to contend against right now. Edmonds, once again, has been very good from this outside spot. Let's see what Revelite decides to do. But Vampy gets taken out early.
Yeah, looks like Eglet accidentally flashed up Vampy there. But here we go. They're going to get a smoke down. Ron trying to slow him down. He made his way through Secret. Did that a couple rounds ago. This time he picks up the frag.
Yeah, Revelite just wasn't ready for it. And, you know, playing a little bit too confident maybe in these rounds. That spot was very bad. You really have to have a lot of
Lemon, clean round, 3K for himself there. Now 10-4, and one more round in this half. We touched on it the way the round started. You'll take being 5 wins for UV1, so let's see if they can clean up one more round here, because that would definitely help the comeback effort.
Yeah, they're especially feeling okay about it because, of course, the one round they had to play 4v5. 10-5 is not the end of the world whatsoever, especially when you feel this good about your CT side, which I'm sure UV1 do. And now finally we have the outside hit potentially, although, here we go, look at this, Vampy's going back.
Yeah, they are waiting out here. They are pushing aggressively. Here is Eden. Damos finds him right there. We'll look at Salt next. Here's Damos going. He's got himself 2.
Yeah, that's really tough for Spectral. They were AIDS out. Vampy gets an entry as well.
Finds Ron. Teague and Lemon now. He will get behind. Damos here does Teague. Taking them out. Nice molly will force Lemon there back, but he did do a decent amount of damage to Egglet, down to 20 HP. T, meanwhile, trying to challenge on site, will take down Revlight. Does have to deal with the flanker, though. Vampy on site. Gonna peek out and take down T. Goldie takes down the other. And there we go. That's the 5 wins that we said UV1 will take at this point. And now they just got to get it done on the CT side.
Yep, totally an acceptable half from UV1, especially considering the sort of difficulties they had there. So they're going to be totally, you know, well, maybe not totally fine with it, but they are going to be, you know, satisfied with it for now anyway, as they look for CT rounds. And, you know, Revelite still has gotten some nice op shots in this game, even though he's obviously way slower than last game. It's almost impossible to be even close to that. But on the CT side is where the op really can shine on this map, you know, holding that outside position, maybe rotating over towards ramp occasionally for a surprise. And Revelite has been so dynamic. I've no doubt that we're going to see all those positions. Meanwhile, the rest of UV1 also definitely have to step up here on the CT side, make sure they're hitting those shots. They kind of have to play it like Spectral did. I think Spectral had a really nice CT side. I think they were able to, you know, sort of get ahead of UV1 in terms of patience.
Oh, yeah.
They were able to sort of wait out that utility, slow them down, play fundamentals, play in the correct spots, and not over-rotate too much, these types of things. So good job by Spectral to come back, you know, strong in this second map here. UV1 have definitely got quite a challenge ahead of them.
Yeah, and again, they have the map in hand, of course, after winning the first, but this doesn't feel exactly like I was saying with the first one where Spectral was saying, GG next, let's get to the next map to reset. I feel like UV1 feel like they can take this one. They were certainly playing the end of the first half of this map like they wanted to set themselves up to be able to make the comeback. Pistol round, as always, becomes very important in that second half because it just kind of potentially gives you some free rounds, but we've seen that even the round after that isn't guaranteed between these two teams, even if you win the pistol. So it's they got some rounds to play with. Obviously, Spectral's got to win 6, and UV1, if they can manage 2-1 through most of the CT side, they can still force overtime with if they go like that.
Yep, exactly. So that's what we're going to be looking for. And the round is, the half is about to start. So this is where we see Spectral having to, you know, I always like this sort of litmus test of a team. What do you do on T-side nuke? How do you play it? You know, Unexpected Victory honestly didn't impress us on their T-side, even those rounds were, you know, off the top before they had that disconnect. So Spectral looking to show us more than that, looking to show a little bit, you know, maybe some more coordination, and see if they can break UV1's defenses and out-aim them like they somewhat have been doing, but Revelite getting aggressive already.
Oh, Revelite! All right. I'm going to go with he's not having any tech issues anymore.
Seems like all his gear seems to be in order. Yep, no problem there. What a 2K there from Revelite.
Yeah, nice to start this round. Teague's got himself onto the site there. We'll pick up one. Edens grabs out Vampy as well. 3 members here for UV1 up on heaven. They're going to throw down a flash. Edens trying to avoid that. They do get this plant off. Ooh, Edens hits himself a nice headshot. Revelite here trying to join the rest of his team. Salt with 13 HP is dealing with people on both sides of him. He takes down Revelite. Some very impressive shooting there. T trying to line up this shot. Does do so in the end. And despite the good start there by Revelite, Spectral win the pistol round.
Yeah, well done by Spectral. It's something you really don't like to see for UV1, but winning a 3v5 like that, you know, after Revelite gets those 2 opening kills, it's impressive stuff from the T side. They just are able to trade 2 back, get nice entries in, and, you know, not worry about the 3v5, not worry that they're 2 players down, just play a bomb site, because you're not 2 players down on that bomb site. You're only 2 players down on the entire map.
Yeah.
So, you know, you acknowledge that, you definitely can find stuff in those rounds, and that's just what Spectral do. Now they're going to force up here, UV1, so this.
Ron ends up finding Vampy here in Squeaky, but Goldie will at least trade it back. 4v4 now. Tons of damage done to members of Spectral Esports, though, however. Revelite's here with the scout. outside with the rest of them. Edens is waiting right here. And good spot for Edens to be in. Revelite trying to sneak his way down towards B.
All right, so Revelite finds a flank. 3 versus 3 with Salt to carry.
Mac 10 on Lemon will win out on that one. Teague then takes out Egglet, leaving Deimos here to stare at that incendiary. Now he's moving up. He gives himself a smoke. He pushes through it. Can he find the shots? There, he gets one. Ooh, impressive effort there for
Yeah.
Deimos to get the one at least. But that's 2 in a row for Spectral here. They got 4 more to win the map.
That would have been pretty nuts from Deimos, and now UV1 are going to have to save, unfortunately, and they are. It's almost certainly going to be 5-13, which is not how they wanted to start off this half. But then when they get on gun rounds, you know, we easily could see a second half, you know, second half rally from UV1. They've done it before. We've seen it. Spectral, though, definitely favored to win this one. No utility or armor bought up as well at all here. By UV1.
Yep. Yeah, they get themselves onto site right away. They get the bomb planted. UV1 having a difficult time trying to re-enter in here with, of course, just some pistols. Ron sitting here waiting for someone to pick out, and that's exactly what happens.
Revelite gets hit in the head there, and so UV1 maybe trying to find something, some sort of exits out of the site. Yeah, Deimos doing exactly that.
Ooh, Deimos. Well, he's getting one with the deagle. Teague takes down Goldie. Egglet will survive this round. He's just trying to find something
Did
to
he
pick
get a
up.
gun? No.
Yeah, no. All right.
Well, UV1 get a couple kills there, and finally we're back on a gun round. Revelite is back on the op. Deimos is back on the AUG, and we are back in the game. So UV1 looking to make a statement here, and Ron takes a bit of damage from teammate Knife. Unfortunate there.
Don't swing it. Just don't. Salt takes a little bit of a nade there. Here's
There was one
Goldie.
smoke, but I'm not sure if that other smoke went down. So yeah, they're not getting into secret just yet.
Oh, Revelite. We'll find Salt here if Salt comes out. Bam. Teague now has to decide whether he thinks he should be there.
I think he's going to decide he shouldn't. As you can see Spectral actually changing their mind here. They were heading towards ramp for lower, and now they've decided to go for A instead. But Revelite.
Here you go. Teague 1v1 with Deimos wins that one. He's down to 8 HP on it. Egglet ends up picking up Lemon. Vampy's going to problem through the fence. Then Teague, he's on site. He gets down Edens. Ron, meanwhile, last to defend here, will eventually take down Revelite.
That was huge from Vampy to get up vent that fast. Flank the players. There's Goldie finishing off, but Vampy won that round almost single-handedly. That is so nice from him to get out there on that flank and to get the initial lit player and then to find the player on site in a full-on even aim duel. Beautiful stuff from Vampy there.
And that's what we want. That's what we know we can see from Vampy. And we kind of expect from the player. So if he continues to play like that, the comeback is certainly plausible for UV1. Let's see what he's got here.
I'm developing a theory about Vampy, and I'll get more into it later on when we've got some more time, but I think he punishes aggression really well. Like, I think aggressive. Oh, Revelite goes for a shot and actually misses.
Yeah, Teague ends up also taking out Deimos too as well. I thought he had that shot, to be completely honest, but fortunately not. This time, Salt gets in on a flank, takes one out. Egglet picks up 2 for himself. Ron trying to chase down Egglet, but Egglet gets himself through. Lemon will be on site.
2 versus 3. Could conceivably go for this.
And it gets the feeling like you have to go for it. 13-6. Egglet's taking the smoke, though.
Utility.
Oh, looking the wrong way.
Yeah, unfortunate that Egglet, trying to get a little bit of vision and control on the site, but a good position there from the Spectral player to gain control of that, and now it's just Goldie. He's got so much utility and armor and a gun. You got to save this one.
Yep.
But yeah, I was saying, you know, I think that. Oh, hang on, Goldie might grab an exit here.
Yep. Goldie finds one. He's shown
And he
secret.
gets the
Picks it
op
up.
too.
Yeah.
Great, as good as you could ask for Goldie.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying, I think Vampy. I think Spectral is a very passive team. You know, they don't
Yeah,
seem
for sure.
too willing to take ego peeks at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Vampy really punishes that well. He's likely to win if you just go for dry contact, and also he generally will be in a position you don't quite expect. And so, you know, if the team is getting aggressive, it just ends up with so many kills. But against a more passive team like Spectral, maybe even passive to a fault sometimes, as we saw in Inferno, Vampy just doesn't shine against that playstyle, potentially. I'd have to maybe look back on some VODs to confirm this, but that's sort of what's forming in my mind right now.
Yeah, that's it. Sounds right. And you speak articulately, so it's hard to argue with it.
There we go. Mission accomplished.
11 plants the bomb. Let's see if they can retake this one. That's a nice molly. He's going to slow them down at least for a moment here. Goldie's getting some good damage, though, and Edens, in fact, ends up taking him out. Deimos takes out another one. Ron's trying to continue to get one of them. Eglin and Goldie, though, will pick up a couple, so that leaves Assault here, who does take out Goldie, but someone's got to defuse this bomb. Revelate trying to watch out here. Oh, tries to stick the defuse, but Salt takes him out. Deimos now got a 1v1 clutch this. Oh no, couple fake defuses. Can he get it? And he will not be able to. Salt with the clutchest of clutches puts it on map point.
Unreal from Salt. What a disaster for UV1 as Revelite is trying to stick the bomb with the op out. And yeah, it's a tough spot. I guess maybe there wasn't enough utility to try to clear out Salt there, but they just go for the stick and Salt finds it from double doors. Beautiful. Or sorry, from ramp. That's just really, really nice from Salt to slide that through. And I'm not sure, maybe UV1 could have positioned to body block the bullets a little bit. You know, it's hard to say exactly without seeing Salt's point of view there. But the pause comes in and it's map point. Spectral have done a great job on this T side as well. And UV1 just have not found an answer to what Spectral's bringing to the table right now.
Yeah, and that's the second time we've seen UV1 lose a 3v1 in that kind of a situation too, where they probably just shouldn't have lost that. But we'll give credit where credit's due. Salt has been playing super well all map long. He's 19 frags so far in this map and just playing super, super well. So
Use the outside smokes, and I don't think Unexpected Victory did this a single time. And I think they should have. I think it's great. Like, you know, just those smokes, you don't have to go through them. All you have to do is put those smokes down. Oh, Vampy with a great shot. All you got to do is put those smokes down, and that means somebody could be there, and you've got to rotate a player. It's so standard on Nuke, and UV1 just didn't do it.
Have it out now. They're in a situation where they have to win every single round here. Vampy is gross. That's nice. Both his frags were very, very nice.
Weird little 1-digs and leave Spectral players just saying, sorry? What happened to me? Beautiful from Vampy so far on the Deagle.
Able to get that. Ron meeting up with Deimos there. We'll back off from that one. 45 seconds left to go here. We're going to backtrack here as Ron to grab the bomb. See if they start pushing
the bomb
on the site.
He's working towards ramp, maybe? Or was he just checking that? No, yeah, it looks like that's a missed flash.
Yep, meant to get it through that little hole, but not quite. Ooh, Ron trying to walk through. Aguila takes him down. Edens will trade, but Deimos comes through heaven and picks him up, and then finishes off Edens. So, good round. UV1, 7-15. There's still a chance.
UV1 is in chat is saying thanks, Vampy, for those 2 1-digs at the beginning of the round to just completely destroy what Spectral Esports had planned there. So, Unexpected Victory, stay in it. We got 8 more match points to go, though.
It's
7
a tall
more, I should
task.
say.
It's definitely a difficult one. Here's those smokes coming through. Revelite off the op now, not quite able to afford it in this round. Nice nade, does a ton of damage.
Yeah.
see if they can figure this up. This is, of course, an eco here for Spectral. Flash from Vampy gets on site. No one there.
Pretty slick there.
Yeah, it's cool looking for sure. Lemon will trade with Egglet. Egglet did take out Salt at least, but he's gonna be able to pick up an
gun as
M4.
well.
Yeah, Deimos
Deimos,
sitting
though.
here. Grabs one. Just knows what to do with the AUG. Sees another one here. Takes down 3.
How are you that dynamic with that gun? It's such a stationary sentinel thing, and he's using it like an SMG. It's
Yeah.
just crazy. You can find this one for free as well, as Ron's just looking up into
All
the
right.
sky, praying to the heavens, and up into a site as well. But there we go. Goldie finds that, and Unexpected Victory put up another one. Now Spectral are on a gun round, and this is, you know, we still has to be said, Spectral are almost certain to win this map, but Unexpected Victory have a chance.
Yeah.
They are gonna grab that chance and do everything they can with it.
Goldie kind of quietly made his way to 20 frags as actually leading the server right now.
Yeah, Goldie has looked great in this. He's done a couple of times and really solid so far. I think Goldie really likes this map from what I can see. He's just so comfortable rotating through.
Vampy unfortunately hit himself with a nade a little bit, but
This hasn't been the best series for utility accuracy from either team. We've seen a bunch of missed flashes, smoke smallies, nades even.
well, Edens opens up the round, taking out Vampy. But Revelate at least takes out Salt outside. Maybe they make their way to defending the hit going towards A here.
Revelate has switched over to the rifle and is definitely making something happen with it. You know, Revelate has always said he's a hybrid player and can be deadly on that AK.
And of course, was not originally the main fragger of this, or sorry, main opper of this team. So
Right.
definitely
Wasn't
can
originally the main fragger either, but I mean, on Inferno.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so 4v4 here. Spectral have options, and they are going to choose lower where Revelite is waiting. Has rotated all the way over, so this is definitely defensible.
Just sitting there waiting. Here's Goldie, comes, peeks out, Keegan with it. They do find Revelite. Now, what can Deimos and Eglo do? Deimos here with that off. Picks up one. Ready to flash. Looks in. Will find another. Oh, Deimos almost with 3K, but Lemon will shut him down. Egglet will grab one. Ron will finish off Egglet, and the map will go to Spectral Esports. We will be getting a third map today, folks.
Wow. So, yeah, Spectral playing really well on that T side, honestly. They, even with a couple of good picks, good individual plays coming out, you know, in the late stages from UV1, Spectral were really disciplined with their hits generally on the T side. So, very, very good nuke performance, especially considering that was UV1's pick. Very impressed with Spectral. And so they do take it over. And, you know, what better map to end on than the Fragger's Paradise, Dust 2.
Yeah, we saw a good performance on Dust 2 last time with Unexpected Victory. So let's see if they can repeat that one. And they'll have to do it to keep going in the playoffs, folks. So we're going to take a quick break while we wait to set that one up. Our final game of the night, it will be the decider on Dust 2. So just wait a few moments, folks, and we'll be right back.
Who I am now. Do I look okay? You ask me like every time. And you know I'd say anything to make you smile. But are you okay? You care if I ask you why. You never care for me, so why don't you leave my life? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know what is the time. All I fucking know is that it's really late at night. And I kinda feel like I'm just gonna go outside. It's a Monday night, I don't really mind. I'm a dope fiend, I'm a dropout. I'm a lover's boy with a new doubt. Take a new route, let's go down south. Then you'll find out who I am now. I'm a dope fiend, I'm a dropout. I'm a lover's boy with a new doubt. Take a I can see you in the gloom, looking at you in my room. I've been taking in the view, just picturing me and you. Sleeping but my eyes ain't closed, I've been feeling really low. I just needed you to know that I'm trying to find my home. And these streets become so cold when you're walking all alone. All the empty in your soul will be filled with something whole. Cause when you be in the room with the subtle little gloom, you look so beautiful, so perfect. I'm a dope fiend, I'm a dropout, I'm a lover's boy with a new doubt. Take a new route, let's go down south, then you'll find out who I am now. I'm a dope fiend, I'm a dropout, I'm a lover's boy with a new doubt. Take a new route, let's go down south, then you'll find out who I am now. It's time to wake up, it's time to wake up, oh, yeah. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm fine. I don't wanna lie, it's just hard sometimes. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm fine. I don't wanna lie, it's just hard sometimes. Yeah, I just smoke some gas, I just feel great. I just did the dash, I just made name. I put time and effort into this, why you looking at shit? I can't ever do it right, cause I always feel shame. Look me in my eyes, yeah, what is it you see in me? Do I look fine, living in my dream? Deep inside my mind, and there's all reality. I'm asking you, will you die with me? Just a bad day, not a bad life. Getting fucked up in the nighttime. When I wake up, I'll be alright, but I don't know if I'll wake this time. Just a bad day, not a bad life. Getting fucked up in the nighttime. When I wake up, I'll be alright, but I don't know if I'll wake this time. I don't have that fast car, but I live that fast life. I just wanna go far, getting high all night. But it's almost midnight, watching as the stars shine. Real smiles, teary eyes, but for me it's no surprise. Phone filled with people I don't care about. I should stop talking, I should close my mouth. But the feeling, it always kills me. And the music, it always fills me. The pain will fade, but the memories stay. I want you to stay, please don't go away. We fight, we argue, I get upset like I don't care about you, but I do, oh I do. Can't explain the feelings I go through. What is it you see in me? Is it all just make-believe? Is it even worth it trying to make this work? Talking about simplicity, but you ain't got sympathy. Don't ask questions cause I don't know. Nicotine be feeling me, I just trust my destiny. And my enemies, they waiting at the door, hoping for my misery. It is getting hard to see, I don't wanna be the one that's on his own. Just a bad day, not a bad life. Getting fucked up in the nighttime. When I wake up, I'll be alright, but I don't know if I'll wake this time. Just a bad day, not a bad life. Getting fucked up in the nighttime. When I wake up, I'll be alright, but I don't know if I'll wake this time. So wishful, magic. Wishful, wishful. I just fell in love with a bitch though. Wishful, wishful. Life's a little more simple than sitting back sipping on something cold. Late nights with people you know. And she but I'm here wasting my time. There could be any day where we could die. Fading in, zoning out of my highs. Makes me question, is this real life? But now I do whatever I wanna do. You fucking with me, then you fuck with my crew. Don't say you hate me.
And we are back. It didn't look like we'd get this far after how map 1 went, but Spectral Esports showed a dominant play on Nuke, and now it's down to Dust 2. Unexpected victory versus Spectral Esports. Winner takes all on this map.
An unexpected defeat, more like, on Nuke, but we do have Dust 2 coming up, and we've already seen quite a bit in the past few days, past few weeks, I should say, how Unexpected Victory play on Dust 2, and I really like their Dust 2. I think it's very impressive stuff. I think that in particular, the way that Goldie plays over on B is really nice. We talked to Goldie last match after the game about his play on B and how he's kind of adjusted to that. Revelite sort of getting him in and sort of teaching him the B, how to play B, and it's really worked out. Goldie's great on that. But also just in general, their A hold is so good. Their A long is just closed for business the entire CT side.
Yeah.
So they are going to do a knife round, if I'm not mistaken, for side here. And UV1 really want to start on CT side. They're just looking so much better on CT than on T in this series so far. On Dust 2, I think that they are, the way they've been playing, the way what's looked good for them, they'll be more benefited by a map like Dust 2 than they were by something like Nuke.
Yeah, certainly, and if you if Revlite can get back to what he was doing in the first map, you can certainly do it on a map like Dust 2, more so than you can on Nuke. So potentially, Revlite ends up owning mid control, brings the up over to A. Either way, it potentially can really turn this one around for UV1, because Spectral Esports have shown, yeah, they passed the mental test of getting, frankly, destroyed in the first map, and then really came back real strong. And then now that the question goes to UV1, can you handle getting frankly destroyed in that second map and get yourself back into it?
Yep, exactly. So that is the question. UV1, they're good at knife rounds. They definitely have penchant for them. So we'll see if they can get themselves a good start on the side that they want, and see if the players that we've been impressed by in the last little while. The other thing to shout out is Deimos kind of playing secondary op at mid a lot of the time on Dust 2, and very dangerous there. I want to shout out Teague from last map, and from the first map where he was looking really good in terms of individual fragging. And I think he's really good at, from what I've seen so far, he's really good at finding a kill and then immediately switching over to the transfers and dealing with multiple opponents. It's something you've got to do all the time on Dust 2. So definitely watch out for Teague over on the side.
Yeah, that will certainly kind of help decide kind of the moment. Salt is another guy that looked really he was basically disappeared in that first map. I didn't even notice him whatsoever, other than the fact that I was making lemon and salt jokes.
Of course.
Other than that, he might as well not have been there, but in map 2, he was definitely there, and he definitely made his presence felt against Unexpected Victory. So we'll see now what both these teams have in the third map here, because sometimes, you get to that third map, sometimes like people say, oh, now it's just the best of one, and I always say, well, that's a little bit discounts what happened in the first two maps a little bit, because so much of that kind of matters. But just the way that they were so different, map 1 and 2, it does feel like it's just a best of one now. And it just all kind of comes down to maybe if this is a better map for UV1 than Spectral, or again, because it is Dust and that Fragger's Paradise, as you keep alluding to, that maybe it'll just come down to who shoots better at the end of this.
Yeah, and in that case, even with what we saw in Nuke, I'd say I'd favor your Unexpected Victory based on what we've seen, but it could go either way. It's really interesting the way you put it. it's back to discounting what's happened in the series and saying it's back to a 0-0. It's back to a best of one. I agree. That's a little reductive, and I guess purposely so. But it feels more appropriate now than it might.
Yeah, specifically
feel.
in this series, it certainly does. And
The firing line here.
yeah, even the knife round, both of them play conservatively.
They want this.
They're kind of mirroring a little bit of their
Yeah.
first one. Yeah, definitely they're not wanting to take too many risks, just wanting to get into the C side. But Egglet will get the first one. Vampy picks up a couple here. Egglet, the king of knife rounds.
There we go.
The absolute king of knife rounds. Like I said, Egglet, consider trying Smite out. I think you'd be good at it.
There you go. Yeah. Maybe a little first-person MOBA action in the future of UV1. And UV1 indeed do choose to swap. They are going on the CT side. And we are off with map 3. Both of these teams looking to move forward in the playoffs and avoid elimination. Unexpected Victory versus Spectral Esports. Unexpected Victory much higher seeded if you're just joining us. But Spectral have shown to be very dangerous.
Yeah, coming out of that central division here, Spectral, and maybe it could be a case where Spectral division is actually like stronger. I don't know, but in the end, it only matters if you win these games. Cares what division you come from, you just got to keep winning in the playoffs. Teague, meanwhile, is going to take a little bit of damage here from Deimos, and Egglet has made their way to staring down A, but see if they get into anywhere. Revelite goes down to 6 HP as they look like they're potentially making their way over to the B side. The rest of them have moving through mid. Edens will eventually take down Revelite and put down a spray. Ron takes out another. Goldie eventually takes on Lemon, but Edens picks up another, picking off Goldie. Egglet and Vampy, the last two remaining here for UV1. Well, it's now just Egglet. Again here, he gets one more, so it's a 1v1 situation, but Teague ends up cleaning up the round. 3K for Edens there. Huge round for him on the pistol, and Spectral Esports have the advantage.
Pistol round goes over to Spectral on the T side. Good try by Egglet at the end there, but doesn't manage to grab it, and we'll see what they go for here in the second
Scout.
round. As usual, they are forcing up pistols and armor. Revelite going for the Scout. Definitely very, very useful on a map like Dust 2. You can already see that double doors duel coming in, but Goldie heads over as usual to the B site, and just a bit of a slower default coming in. Spectral Vampy.
Yeah, Vampy pushed a little far, realized they were running up to it and needed to try to get back, but Teague rushes him down and takes out Vampy.
Yeah, it's too bad. Sucks not to get a kill there. A little bit of utility is available to delay this for the side of Unexpected Victory, to delay this A hit. But only 4 players remaining.
Yeah, they are jumping through CAD here. Edens has stuck around mid, but here Teague onto site, does take out Egglet. Still there is Goldie. Deimos ends up picking up a couple from behind, but Teague does finish off Goldie there. Deimos grabs that last one, so that leaves Revelite here with the Scout, gets taken down. Mac 10 bursts them out. 4K on the round for Teague, and he's looking to just clean this game up.
Yeah, Teague looking great so far. 5 kills, and good try by Deimos there with a couple of Deagle headshots, but not enough from the car position. So Unexpected Victory go down 0-2 again, and they're going to have to play from behind here as they do take a save. And you can see they're just straight up stacking, and I'm sorry to say, Johnny, chosen wrong.
Yeah, unfortunate. It is the B rush coming in for Spectral Esports. While, like you said, UV1 went to stack over towards A. So, let's see what they can do here. Deimos can just shoot one of them. Salt, though, does take a Vampy in the meantime. Ron ending up cleaning up Deimos. So, here's Teague. Salt takedown. Revelite, Teague grab a couple more to continue his good start to this map. Spectral up 3-0.
Yep, 3-0, no problem there. Just unlucky from Unexpected Victory. Stacking the wrong site. It happens. Just got to move on. And now it is Deimos and Egglet both picking up Augs here. So We'll see where they go with that. They tend to play over towards A, but actually Damos is going to join Goldie on B this round with the AUG. It can be very powerful at that lower, or at that upper position.
Ooh, Damos doing tons of damage. Salt down to 7 there.
Looks like it can be powerful from mid as well. Yeah, Salt gets completely ripped up there at mid. Here comes Revelite with the aggressive push.
Here, flash come in for Teague. Go
Good
anywhere.
counter flash there by UV1 actually.
Ooh, Salt walks up. Vampy cleans it up.
He is ready.
Here's Goldie once again waiting over here on the B side, like we said. Just held that so well last time we watched them play this against Mucka W on Friday.
Damos over at mid, with the AUG, but here they come. Actually, A-Long has been given up this time. Egglet now back on the site and has a very important job here to take out these players. The AUG is a good weapon for this position. Ampy once again, this spot on Cat. Totally unexpected.
Ooh. Gets him there.
Just
Revelate
great on
moving through spawn. Ends up picking up one. Eden's trades. Egglet takes down Eden's though. Lemon trades. But in the end, it's 3-1 now. Vampy will clean up that. And the map score is now 3-1. UV1 finally pick up one.
Yeah, very good hold there. Nice job by the entire defensive line of UV1, just hitting their shots exactly when they needed to, but in particular Vampy, just really, really, like, again, creative stuff on Cat. Very, very unexpected in what he can do over on there, and just the timings that he's able to get on those peaks, listening for utility usage, listening for reloads, this type of stuff. Vampy is so, so good at that stuff.
Damos gets a ton of damage onto Edens.
I'm honestly not used to him even missing.
Yeah, just at all. But
Damos gets the Damos does get the advantage for UV1.
oh, this is a good Molly too as well. Get some decent damage onto Salt. Mid control again, just fairly important on this map, like it is on most maps to be fair, but here's Vampy once again making the aggressive push. Onto Cat. We'll take one
Back up,
down.
Vampy.
Oh, he
No, he's gonna
doesn't
keep
want
going.
to. Let's actually tune back up to him just in case. He's going for it.
Oh!
Damos picks up one. Vampy grabs the other. And then he grabs Teague jumping up the box.
All right, Vampy. You don't have to
Oh.
back up anymore.
Yeah, you do you.
You convinced me. You
Yeah.
sold me on it. Unreal. Great push there by Vampy. Finds the player up at top mid and then just swings around to lower.
Can he get one more? He
There it
will. 4K for Vampy, and he's now feeling it. 3-2 in favor of Spectral Esports, but again, 2 in a row for UV1.
Yeah, so good from Vampy there. That is awesome. And the Spectral they have shut him down at least once on Cat, but now he just continues to push it, continues to be a nuisance up there, continues to needle them from that spot, and he's up at the top of the scoreboard with 8.
Yeah, fantastic. Has basically neutralized a little bit of what Spectral was doing early on. See if they make any adjustments on how they're pushing on the T side. In fact, there's a pause here, so maybe a little bit of talk on how this wants to be approached. It looks like it's going to be an eco from Spectral. We'll see how they approach the actual round here. It looks like they'll just kind of default split up here, get 3 into upper tons. While Revelite will be their match. Here's Vampy once again. Get some damage on the Salt. He's got Egglet with him too as well. Gonna throw in a Molly to slow down anyone else coming for this. Fire out a flash.
Vampy's up
And-
ahead of the nade again. Look at this.
Oh my goodness, he picks up the bomb carrier. He moves up, takes out Ron, and then Teague! Vampy with 4K!
And it is against an eco, but Vampy is just ridiculous here.
Edens eventually shuts him down, but Tavos will pick him up, yeah. Woo!
Yeah, the ace is denied, but yeah, and it was against no armor, so you definitely did expect Vampy to be good for at least a couple there. But just great aim coming in, great game sense from Vampy, and I love you know, whenever a player can get past a grenade like that and get past a stack and just be in a position they don't expect, it's just par for the course from what Vampy's been doing so far over at that position. And it really is, you know, stifling Spectral's hits here on the gun rounds. Revelite now has picked up the op, I believe sitting over at A long. Spectral haven't even tried A long really.
No, they really haven't, which again, as we've seen before, UV1 shut down A-Long really, really effectively, but yeah, I'm saying they're just not even going there, so we haven't used it yet. Vampy this time, not over pushing, just waits for someone to get into the crosshairs. Ooh, here's Revlite, rare miss from him, but he'll pick up the second. He's gonna look back again. Can he get another there? Still a couple on site. Eglet is in pit too as well. They're throwing a molly towards that. Ooh, Lemon's got himself in a bad spot, but he throws down the smoke to get rid of that molly. Here's Ron finally finding Vampy here at Cat. Eglet takes down Lemon. And the
Great
bomb.
crossfire. Here's Revelite.
2K.
The final one. Nice job for Revelite. I was just going to say great crossfire there set up at long, and that's exactly why teams have such difficulty taking it against UV1, is because Revelite's dangerous enough by himself peeking that spot, but Eglet is there in the pit just, you know, wreaking havoc on anybody who manages to get past the initial op shot. So another pause here, maybe some more tech issues coming in, unfortunately, but we do have Unexpected Victory now taking the lead here on Dust 2 and definitely looking more like themselves a little bit. They are, you know, their fragging is solid. Their, you know, star fraggers are coming out. They've got good, you know, two-person setups. It's just classic UV1 CT stuff right now.
Yep, and they're now right back to it. They've won 4 in a row here after losing that initial 3. They're going to force another eco out of Spectral, it looks like. And they got them where they want them, realistically. Let's see if it keeps going.
Here's the hit coming in.
Yeah,
They are. Now the long is going to be given up this time. So the player on A will be Eglet almost for sure. Going to be looking at these pistols and trying to mow them down. But good utility so far. They're up long.
Yeah, they're getting through their trade there. Eglet takes a one, Salt takes out another. Damos, though, comes in through mid to pick up one more. Revelite is sitting here with that op, waiting for a little bit of help to come. Damos with a nice nade will grab one. Vampy grabs another. Lemon eventually taking out Revelite. They're getting the plant off, but the bomb gets planted.
Damos!
Damos with jump shots. We'll finish
That's
the
funny.
round with 3K. He'll grab the AK from there. Oh, accidentally resets his defuse. Or maybe
Yeah,
on purpose to let them
yeah.
get more time to pick something up, but
That was a great nade there. Just completely, you know, they knew those players were tagged up, and that really, really does a lot of damage. And it was good because Revelite needed something to alleviate a little bit of pressure, standing with the op at shotgun range there over over at A ramp. So Unexpected Victory go up again. Revelite gets the op again. I believe it was picked up for him. So Unexpected Victory, like we said, back to basics and back to what we know and expect them to do.
yeah, oh, Teague. And a little bit of the molly backs off from it. Eden's now with the op in mid.
Oh. Not high enough FPS to hit that crouch jump, I guess. I think he had hit it at one point before, but maybe just missing the timing there. It is a bit of a tough one.
Go, Ron. Walking up here. Eglet in.
Just in the Vampy spot.
Yeah,
Johnny.
in the Vampy spot. I'm going to try that. I haven't tried that spot. I'm going to try it next time we go to Anyway.
It's really hard to play, I'll just warn you.
I probably won't be any good at it, but I'm going to try it.
I usually just get someone to fast cat me and then just
I usually hold it.
flash out and run out.
But here's
Instead of
Goldie.
playing technical spots like that. But yeah, Goldie finally will be tested over at B. Going to use the molly to get out of that position. We often see Goldie actually just staying in that corner, but this time not opting to do it. Maybe wanting to save that for more of a rush.
Go pushing through mid now. Vampy will meet one first, grabs down Salt, sprays down another. Damos gets Lemon as well. Teague eventually picking up Goldie there. B.
Just as we switched over to Teague, we saw a really nice spray control from him to the player, but there's Vampy.
Oh, Vampy. That's what I like seeing, my dude. Quietly, in a way, 4K in the round for Vampy.
Yeah.
He's got 18 so far after 10 rounds, and I think Vampy got
Yeah.
tired of us saying, "Oh, we expect more from Vampy." Blah, 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 blah.
I
And he's
know.
just like,
All
"Shut
right.
up, stupid casters."
You want more? But, it wasn't like he had that many players, to shoot in Inferno. So,
True.
He had that difficulty as well with Revelite
Oh.
removing them all.
Goldie
Oh,
pushes
no.
right into the smoke and shuts down the rush. He gets 3, because why not? Switches to the dualies. No one else
Sends
can
about 58 bullets from the AKs and he switches over.
Oh, Vampy will grab 1 for 1.
Drops the bomb as well, Vampy, so that's in front of lower. They know exactly where it is. They're going to be able to close in on this player, and we'll see what Ron can do. Nothing at all. Revelite finishes that one off. Unexpected victory go up to 7. And yeah, Goldie just getting the dream spray down in right through the smoke at B.
Glorious, glorious, glorious. And Spectral going. Maybe don't have the right game plan versus UV1 here. UV1 seemed to have a lot of really great set plays here, at least on the CT side, to stop pretty much any direction you're pushing at here. Here's Egglet, gonna deal with Salt fairly easily. Speaking of set play,
Yeah, they haven't tried A-Long that much, and so they haven't learned what happens to people who try to push A-Long against UV1.
and here they're trying to come in through Cat. Deimos will pick up one of them, but Ron and Teague pick up Vampy and Deimos, so it's still an opportunity to plant here. Revelite,
Yeah.
Egglet, and Goldie got to come in for the retake. Revelite again with that op. Here's Egglet on a long. Gonna come in, take down Lemon. Leaving Teague here with the clutch. Goldie's gonna come in from behind. Spots him out, takes him down. We'll get a defuse here. UV1 are gonna go up 8-3.
Not bad from Spectral to get the plant in that situation. Just having to take down that one player on long and then getting to cross over. So they at least do get the money, and they're going to be able to buy up. You can see Spectral Esports are very financially conservative as a team. You don't see teams that often save in a situation where they end up with that much money, all of them over 6 or 7K.
Yeah.
And so they are going to be able to buy up full utility. Looks like they really do like those very, very solid gun rounds a lot of the time. And here's the long attempt once again.
Yeah, they're going to come through long. They will get through this time, but Vampy chilling out on Cat will just clean up again.
He is so good. How do you even hit that? Crazy
Ooh,
stuff.
Revelite.
Revelite's gonna find one too.
Yeah, that's a relatively easy one, but got to hit it, and he did.
Shoulder peak is not going to benefit Spectral there, and now a 3 versus 5. And sometimes they on Nuke they were able to make these 3 versus 5s work a lot of the time. They had really, really great, ability to gain map control. On Dust 2, it's a lot. Especially if Vampy's got control of the entire mid area.
It's like the vampire sitting in the smoke. It clears, bam, and that's
Yeah.
maybe that's where Vampy got his name. I don't know, but
Who knows? It's appropriate regardless. Now they've just got to try to find something in mid. But unexpected victory look once again are looking like a brick wall here.
Vampy hiding the shadows again.
Not checking that. No.
Takes him out. This is Vampy's map right now. He's got 3K on that round. He's sitting at 23 in total, and we're only on round 13, folks. So 9-3 now in favor of UV1. They're well on their way. They can clean up another couple rounds here on CT.
UV1, where in many cases this doesn't happen. In a lot of cases, they have kind of equal frags across the board, or close to equal, maybe one getting a little bit more. In both of these maps that they've had the advantage in, it's just been one player completely carrying it. Everybody's playing decently well, but in map 1 it was Revelite, and in map 2 it's Vampy, or map 3 it's Vampy with 23 frags, like you said, in 12 rounds. It's like absolutely monster performance here from just one player after another.
And what it seems to me,
whose turn is it going to be next?
yeah, exactly. What it seems to me is that Spectral's kind of default is to try to get into mid, which is just exactly where Vampy is, and so they keep going for it. And then, but the times they have tried to go other places, they've gotten shut down basically immediately as well. Remember, the 3 rounds they have were the first 3 rounds of this map.
Yep, that's
Pistol and the rounds ensuing that. So ever since then, anywhere they go has not been correct. and their default is just being shut down by Vampy. It's making it very difficult for Spectral to play Counter-Strike in this game.
That feels especially not correct here.
Well, Eden's still going for it. He does finally get the better of Vampy that time, but here's Revelite with the op, just waiting for Edens to come around that corner. In fact, he'll just walk over there and pick it up. Here's Aglet sitting in pit again. We'll take down another couple. Only 2 for 1, though, and again, whichever direction they push, they do seem to get shut down at least a little bit. So it's still 2v3 for them, and they are still basically at their spawn.
Yeah, Deimos is going to have a field day up in mid.
Yep.
You can see Deimos already taking down one. The second.
The head just
Ron,
peeking out just enough.
Yeah, I think so. Either that or Ron was disconnected. I didn't quite see.
Yeah.
But Ron definitely might have had some sort of opportunity there to find that kill, but maybe he was looking over towards Cat. In any case, Unexpected Victory are 10-3 here, and they are just... Well, they are the better team on this map, that's for sure. It just doesn't look like Spectral can find anything at all. It looks as bad as it looked for UV1 over on the side of Nuke. So
Yeah.
UV1 looking to just close this one out. Revelite takes a bunch of damage there, but...
Yeah, Deimos here hanging out by double doors.
Timing.
Go with the flash. We'll see a couple there. Actually would have liked to have saw the rest of that firefight, but Auto Director took me away from it, and then eventually we watch Teague take down Deimos.
Yeah, now Revelite, you can see, you know, before Revelite was just sticking to A long, but now that they've sort of shut down A long and Spectral aren't really interested in it anymore, Revelite's sort of working around mid. Last round he was at Cat playing off of Vampy. This time Vampy's on his own.
Vampy in a Vampy spot. Getting it done, throwing out the flash. Aglet here for support. Moral and physical. Revelite, though, will take down Teague.
Takes him out of the air. Eden's now alone, but could find some.
Good shot. Get on there, but Revelite will clean it up. He's got 2K on the round now. Here's Aglet moving through CT spawn. Salt will find him, though.
Spotted his shoulder, I'm pretty sure. 2v1.
Ooh, yeah, finds Revelite a window there.
Sorry, 2v2, but now a 2v1.
Yeah, you
mean to be too predictive.
Oh, yeah, Vampy just looking up towards window instead of where he actually was, unfortunately. So that will be 3K for Salt, and that will be the first round win for Spectral Esports after a 10-0 run from UV1.
Yeah, that was the first gun round as well. So Spectral finally finding something, and it was a little bit of a scattered defense from Unexpected Victory, maybe looking a little bit too confident there in some of their rotations. But now they are back to the old strategy of
missing flashes.
Yeah, missing their flashes and holding A long. You know, that's what, you know, it's like death and taxes.
Yeah.
V1.
Oh boy.
And double op here. Deimos onto the op in mid again.
Yeah. We mentioned it before. It is something they pulled out quite a bit. This is the first time they're pulling it out in this game.
Once again, everybody's playing it very, very slow, and mid is
Oh, flank! Oh, wow, Teague turn around, able to pick up Vampy. Vampy looked like he just kind of missed. He hit him, but he didn't hit enough of him to clean him up there.
Rare miss, honestly, from Vampy, but unfortunate, and a good job by Teague to flick around and get him with the Galil. So now it's a 5v4. Teague is pretty low, and that Molly will actually deny the push. So
slow it down a little bit. Salt coming forward. Aglet trying to peek out of there, but Salt will get the advantage of it. Revelite, though, hits a nice shot from the Deagle. He will move towards the long spot to make it basically difficult for them to get an ideal plant. So they'll plant it on this side.
Last round of the half, so UV1 do have to go for it. No point in saving.
Deimos flashes from CT spawn. Goldie does take out Lemon. 2 ops here. Revelite hitting that shot. Are you kidding me? Teague here.
Really low as well.
Yeah, they're turning him down with pistols here. Teague gets taken down. 8 HP left on Ron, but that bomb is ticking away. One of them's got to defuse it. It's a fake defuse, and he'll grab it. Oh, well, 3K for that round on Revelite. They will go up 11-4. And now let's see what Spectral can do on the CT side, or if UV1 have just enough tricks in their bag to win this one out.
Yeah, they've looked good on T-side, Dust 2 in the past, and those last couple of rounds, though, were a little chaotic from the side of UV1. They were sort of running all over the place, and Deimos had to pull out a nice, a nice post-plant play to finally end it off on 11. But, 11-4 on any map is very good for any side, so UV1 are definitely going to be feeling just fine about this performance here in the first half. They are going to migrate on over to T side and try to, like you say, close this one out without too much of a fuss, and I think that they are in position to do it. I think that Spectral definitely probably have a good CT setup. They've looked good on CT sides in general for the past 2 maps, but they doesn't feel like they quite have the firepower to deal with what Vampy and the table right now.
Yeah, Vampy clearly impressing in a lot of ways. In that one, it seemed like anytime they ran into Vampy, Spectral just could not handle what Vampy was doing. Again, Vampy doing it in a high execution way, like you're saying, holding tough spots, pushing in an aggressive area. So it wasn't even just like they just literally walked into him. Vampy just kept playing rope-a-dope with them essentially around that cat area, and really was dominant in that first half. 24 frags for him. And let's see what Spectral Esports now have on the CT side, as they gotta win a ton in a row probably to make this one interesting.
Yep, they definitely do. This is, interesting only insofar as that unexpected victory looked to move on, and that means we get to keep casting them so far, but which will be very exciting. But yeah, Spectral so far not putting up quite enough of a fight to really give me confidence in them yet. And look at this, 2 flashes and a smoke on both Deimos and Egglet.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting to see that much utility bought in the pistol round, but they've been losing these pistol rounds, so kind of switching.
Yeah, and maybe you just take their guns, and now you have utility. It works out. Lemon here will win that one long-range USP. Beating out the Glock. But here we go. They are jumping towards Cat.
Still a smoke and lots of flashes available. Here's Egglet. And the bomb is up here too, so it looks like, yeah, B is the play.
Ooh, yeah, they find Salt there. Get some good damage on him. They shots Goldie. Here's Lemon. Ooh, he takes one in the head.
There.
Yeah. Vampy cleans him up. Ron in CT spawn here. Gonna walk up. He takes down one. He's got Salt here for support as well. Here's a flash. Egglet now will try to make a play. Goldie sneaks up behind him with a nice flank. He gets one. Last one left. He picks up 3 on the pistol round. UV1 take a very key pistol round in this one. They're up 12-4.
Yeah, I think that, in the past little while, they've sort of been kind of relying on their fragging for pistol rounds. This time, they take a much more controlled approach, and they go for very specific spots, a very specific idea, and a nice mid-round call to have Goldie lurk like that. And yeah, it just completely pays off. He wins the round for them with 3 kills at the end. So, great job. And also, they got to make use of their good gunplay as well, because those headshots coming in definitely gave the easy long-range shots over to their players.
Vampy boosted up here to see if anyone goes to caught. Deimos trying to hit someone in mid. He's got himself a scout. And they're just waiting. Rivlight will give Vampy an AK. Here we go. Goldie now's got a flash on him. Lemon's waiting back here, staring at Cat from long A. Revlight wins that fight. Ron did get a kill on the other side, so still 4v4.
This was a bit of a force, so they're definitely looking for stuff here. They need this cash, and they need these rounds.
They still don't have the bomb on them while they're heading into B site. Salt will pick up one there. He's trying to take down Egglet. The Deagle will be enough for that. Leaves Deimos and Goldie here. Just kidding, just Goldie.
Good stuff from Salt there. From didn't quite have the resources to check it, I guess, and they didn't have the utility or didn't use the utility on it. So Spectral get a much needed round here on the CT side. UV1 actually do have to save now, or it looks like they are forcing up, but it's not a good buy whatsoever.
Yeah, they'll force up here with some deagles. Let's see what they can do. A little bit of armor, but only the singular flash. Revlight getting some good damage on the Teague here. To start off the round, though.
Yeah, Revelite continuing to push up mid. Ooh, might find someone here.
Not quite able
Darn
to.
pole got in the way.
Yeah.
Nice nade there on Ron, though.
Significant, yep. Revelite trying to back off from some more nades. He takes a little bit of damage from one. He's down to 72. Good jump on top of this. Teague is right there in the corner there. Revelite will pick up that one. Teague, though, again, still in that spot that if no one checks, could be dangerous. Vampy checks it, though. He picks up one. Lemon is able to grab one from behind, though, it looks like.
They're working together so well, UV1. They're just got everything covered here.
Oh,
Deimos.
Deimos.
Deimos pushes out on his own.
Yeah, unable to get that on Lemon, who kind of flicked that over to the right nicely. There's Vampy, finishes off the rest of Edens there. So Lemon and Salt here, two remaining members for Spectral Esports still defending. They've got the bomb in lower tunnels. Vampy will take out Lemon, so that signals you can kind of go where you want. Salt, though, is right here. Egglet will spot him out and finish him off with the Deagle. Big win, UV1, 13-5.
Yeah, so good, especially at those mid doors from UV1. They are really, really looking good here in terms of just their coordination and team play. And this is the stuff that we weren't really seeing on Nuke, honestly. They just weren't able to work together like that and kind of cover their bases in terms of individual or kind of 2v2 skirmishes, these types of things. On Dust 2, they're so good at it. I've been saying it already, and they're just continuing to prove it, that they really, really have a grasp of Dust 2. Goldie, oh! Goldie with an awkward spray, but does finally manage to get it.
He gets one. He's down to 4 HP, though, of course. Salt will be able to just breathe on him and take him out. So
yeah, now the weaponry relatively even, except for Ron only on a pistol. So Spectral are definitely still.
All right, Vampy kind of missing the initial shot, but calms down, picks him off in the end. Revelite gets taken down by Salt, and Salt picks up 2. Lemon grabbing Vampy as well. So that leaves Egglet try to clutch us around. The bomb stuck at B.
Yeah, and Egglet had an idea of where that player was in CT, but just turned away just in time to save that player's life as he was jumping up. So gonna try to work back over towards B. Maybe, you know, it's a long time to save this gun, so maybe just trying to go for it. So they know their opponents were low on money.
Oh, yeah, Salt, though, just waiting the whole time for Egglet to try to come get the bomb. Takes them down, so that will be a Spectral Esports win. They're still down 6-13.
Yeah, nice 4K there by Salt on the round.
Oh,
being
yeah.
able to get all those players who wanted to come into B. Just good play there in general by Salt, who's up at the top of the scoreboard for Spectral. Meanwhile, 29 frags on Vampy. Just really showing us how it's done here, showing us why he is generally the top fragger on UV1.
Ron starts this one off, though. Does take down Goldie. They are slowing down this mid push from them. Vampy also gets taken out by Salt, so the 30 bomb will have to wait at least another round. Deimos, meanwhile, takes out Ron. Egglet still trying to get something down here in mid. He's going to give the bomb over to Revelite. Revelite's going to push up
maybe he's going to try to make some noise in mid, giving Revelite and Deimos the opportunity to rotate. Salt is not allowing him to get much ground. Yeah, an unexpected victory, kind of stuck in mid here. You have to be always aware of the flank. You can see they're jittery about that. They will back up, and they definitely have time either way, but good pick, good find by Salt there. That's very important to get Egglet. And, you know, guns against pistols with no armor. Unexpected victory. Weren't
Yep.
expected to win this one anyway.
They just walk into Lemon here, and Lemon will clean up the round. 2K for him, 2K for Salt as well. 7-13. UV1 could buy up now, though.
They can. It's not the best buy, and I think that they will go for it, but you can see that Goldie, for instance, wouldn't be able to afford an AK. Revelite wouldn't be able to do it if he wants any utility.
Oh, just
And
Eagles.
Yeah, actually, they're gonna save. So yeah, I don't mind this. I think that they've been doing a great job in the full gun rounds. I think Revelite having enough money for a round could be really, really nice.
Mhm.
So they're just gonna go for deagles and a couple go for armor. They're just gonna try to push B.
That nade will do
Vampy.
quite a bit of damage, but yeah, Vampy with the 1 deeg. Yeah, nice shot.
On the lurk there, yeah, and the smokes
They're
are
rotating
being
over.
readied.
They're actually rotating over to where Vampy is, so this site is open. They, of course, don't completely know that yet, but...
Yeah, there's so much focus being pulled by Vampy's 1 kill, and he has recovered a rifle as well.
He will grab another. Almost gets 3. Salt eventually cleans up here, but see if they made enough noise here for them to want to make this hit on
Did
to
they
B.
ever look at this?
Yeah.
Just wide open.
They're
Empty IKEA over here on B.
Revelite, meanwhile, stuck around in mid to at least pick one of them off too as well. So 3 members here are going to have to hold off Salt and Teague, and of course Salt is down to 14 HP.
There we go. Yeah, and this is a great chance for UV1 to pick. He said 14 HP, 1 shot anywhere kills him.
Salt throws up the smoke, tries to walk up through it, will get taken down. Aggressively goes through the smoke to finish the second frag. Ooh.
What possesses you to try that? He actually just running jump shots him as if it's going to like add more force to his bullets or something. I love that from Goldie. That's just so sick. And yeah, great job by Vampy over on the A site to pull all that focus, allow them access to the site, and get them a full on eco win with barely anything invested. Now Revelite's going to be able to pick up the op and rifles across the board with full utility for the rest of the team. So UV1 are looking really, really good here with 2 rounds to go until they take this series.
Certainly, yeah. They save a couple rounds in a row, and of course, yeah, winning one on an eco always helps your effort. And now,
Vampy, 31. He has dropped it, and I think Revelite ended the map so quickly that he didn't even get 30 kills on
that
Infernos.
first one,
I
yeah.
think he had 29. So yeah, Vampy showing him up, showing us who is the top dog in this series. Although you said something later about we forget all about Revelite's performance. I'm not sure I'll ever forget about it.
yeah.
It was pretty amazing, but still, Vampy looking just as good here. Makes it just as much impact.
Yep. Vampy gets 1. Deimos also getting another one, but Eden's will take down Goldie. They do get this bomb plant off, though, so let's see what Salt, Ron, and T can do to retake this one. 4 members still up for UV1. Revelite
Great
again
volley.
with that up. Here's Salt moving through CT spawn.
Yeah, and this is so hard to retake at this point. You do have 4 flashes available. Close up, but
Well, Vampy just continuing to do Vampy things. They don't have an answer for Vampy or Revelite as he grabs another op shot. It is now match point for UV1, 15-7.
yeah, and Vampy went up to 34 in that round. Really, really showing us exactly what he can do here, exactly why we've been calling him the best player on UV1 and usually the best player in the server in terms of almost any game they play.
Oh.
Salt already gets hit up on his way to B site there by Revelite through the doors. So UV1 looking great here. They just, they're they are the better team. There's just no doubt about that. And Vampy gets a trade there.
Yeah,
Gets
took
traded,
one.
I should say. A site
Uh,
has been given up.
yeah, Goldie is able to grab another one too as we're watching Revelite come up along A with the bomb. Egglet taking a bit of
Wide
damage
open plant
here.
Again.
Yeah,
If he gets it down, it almost secures the round. It's just so hard to. You just you have to kill everybody. You cannot defuse it from there without without somebody shooting you on it, even in smoke.
Let's see, they're starting to move up through Cat here. Utility being fired out. Goldie could be the first to meet them. Teague does take him down. Revlite will pick up the op shot, though. Like you were saying, it's so hard to take this. Deimos picks up one more. Teague trying to go for some sort of ninja defuse. Oh my goodness!
Oh, man.
What an end to this day!
He actually could defuse it from there. I thought he would have to jump up on top, but no, he was trying. And yeah, just sort of a weird little fart of an ending to that game as he tries to go for the 10-second defuse in the smoke and just Revelite just wanders up and shoots him. But in general, UV1 played really, really great, especially considering a big setback on Nuke. Having Revelite DC, everybody sort of shut down a little bit. Everybody was not quite, their normal selves on Nuke. And then to come back with a performance like this on Dust 2, really, really impressive from UV1.
Yeah.
And not to take anything away on Nuke from Spectral Esports because they did great. Like I was saying, I really enjoyed their Nuke play. I think they had a great setup. Their passive holder really was able to shut down the high impact fraggers on the side of UV1. And in general, they were just a very good Nuke team. They had good set pieces. They've worked together well. But on the sort of more open maps, and especially on Dust 2, they just couldn't hang in terms of just straight up firepower. And, Inferno was just the Revelite show.
Yeah, it was absolutely great. In fact, hopefully we can talk to Revlite here. I'm calling in for a interview.
I'd love to.
Yeah, for sure. Just got to get him in, and we got him now. Revlite, welcome to the show. In fact, you were the show at the very least for most of this. How you feeling after that one?
It was a really, I don't want to say close, just because I feel like we were the better team.
Right.
When it came to our Nuke, I just think that they countered us really well, especially the playstyle that we approached on T side. They weren't really allowing, first of all, like me to get picks outside.
Right.
Yeah.
So they kept canceling that. And then just overall, honestly, props to them. They played really great on that map. Really unexpected, which was why I guess we took the unexpected victory. Had to do it.
You gotta get that in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna ask about Nuke because and we'll get to Inferno. Okay, we'll get to it. We'll talk about it. But I want to start off with Nuke because what you're saying is exactly what how I saw it as well. Their Nuke just looked really, really great, and like you said, that kind of made it feel close. It made it feel like, wait, what is this team? How are they doing this? Did it how much did it affect you? Not only because I'm not sure exactly what happened, but you had the DC for a bit there, and also they were just in terms of their playstyle shutting you down. How did you manage to kind of what were the comms like in terms of dealing with that and kind of carrying over the energy from Inferno onto Dust 2?
So we were going into Nuke, obviously pretty. I assume you meant like Inferno to Nuke.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I meant you carried the winning energy from Inferno over.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Nuke. That was a good way to say it.
Yeah. No, that's good. It's good. Yeah, like obviously going from Inferno, we played really well. We were reading them like a book. Every single time that we instantly pretty much knew what to do every single round on CT side, and then on T side, they didn't really throw anything at us that was too difficult. So when we were going into Nuke, we were feeling confident. But what ended up happening, at least what it feels like happened, is we kind of lost grip with the game. And once we started losing, obviously, we do have a strong mental. We understand that every single round, even if you're winning 13-2 or losing 13-2, you got to play like it's tied game.
Yep.
But sometimes it does get the best of you, especially with like everything that was happening. My computer crashed. And then obviously we were losing. That's already frustrating. We couldn't get any opening picks. At least when we did, we failed to convert. But although all that was happening, we still knew that we were gonna win this series.
Yeah.
So they did play really great on Nuke, but going into Dust 2, just so you guys know, this map pool was all in our favor. Every single map.
That's what you're saying.
It's maps that we like or we want to play, and we knew that they were gonna pick Inferno. They didn't know we were gonna pick Nuke because we don't have any record of us playing nuke. So this was kind of like a wild card, I guess. We were hoping that it'd be unexpected, but I guess for them it was a map that they also liked that they didn't really play. So yeah, I don't know if I really answered your question, but
Totally.
overall,
No, you did. I mean, like you say, your team has a strong mental, but like you can't a strong mental. Like, sure, you can have it all you want. It's not going to win you every single map. But
yeah,
the thing is, it does allow you to go get like exactly like you say, it allows you to sort of move past that and come into another map. Like you always keep in the back of your mind, we know we're better than this team, and we totally saw it on the server, man. It was really really impressive. Okay, it's time. It's time to go back, Johnny.
Yeah.
I think it's time to go back to map 1 because Revelite, you say that you were reading them like a book. You say they were running into your setups. Okay, that's all well and good, but you got 29 kills, man. Like you just absolutely destroyed them on the op. What happened to you in that game?
I mean, I gotta get credit to my team. They really set me up well to get into positions where I would obviously. I believe in my ability to hit a shot. I know that I'm faster. It's that young what's it called, reflexes. But
the youthful reflexes.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, like I know that I'm faster than them. So as long as like I'm feeling it and I'm put in the position, so I gotta give credit to my team, man. Like they really played a great game, and it was that kind of trust thing where like that everyone is playing like to the max of their ability. So it doesn't matter if it's a 4-on-3 or if it's a 5-on-5 off the start. You know that we're literally going to win this round just because we're better than them.
Yeah.
And that kind of confidence, just like I took some risky peeks and I got the kills. So I just kept doing it.
You got to watch that VOD back, dude, because I was about to say, like, there are some games when Revelite just, he has these pop off. And as I was saying it, you took a super aggressive peek into second mid from the mid area and hit like some nuts shot through the wall, and I was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It was such perfect timing, man. I was even thinking like maybe you could consider using some of mine and Johnny's calls from today's match as samples in your next album.
Yeah, definitely think about that.
Because it was
Definitely
straight
think
fire,
about
my dude. Like your ace, I was saying after it, I was just like, if he killed one of them when all 4 of them were coming for you, since you also had the opening frag in the round, you would have been like, okay, that's cool, good job. Everyone's gonna come in for the retake. You did your damage, but then you killed all of them, and it was just unbelievable. And then it didn't stop from there. It was another 3K the round after that. I think another 3K the round after that again, and it was just like over and over again. I ran out of words to describe what you were doing, and I speak a lot. I know lots of words, Revelite, and you made me borderline speechless with your
You guys are making me
performance.
feel too nice. You're making me feel too nice.
What happens with like I know you guys stay calm and you're like, all right, good job, whatever. I know you got pretty chill comms, but there must have been some
Oh, we were
pop
fired
off
up. We were fired up.
in the chat at that point.
Like every single time that we win a retake, because our retakes, like honestly, that game I couldn't like our scrims. Sometimes like in the back of my head when I play scrims, I'd be like, yeah, we're playing really good in like the scrim, but like, are we gonna play this good in like a league match?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's different kind of pressure. So obviously going into this game, we're all confident, but then when that stuff starts happening, it's just like, wow, like what can't we do at this point?
yeah, you feel on top of the world, and yeah, you carried it over into Dust 2. We can move on over onto there, and I mean, once again, I think you guys are really good at Dust 2. I think you've shown that you're really comfortable on the map, but also we got to shout out Vampy for Dust 2 because 34 kills, like he just kept pushing Cat and he kept getting them. Like did it feel like they were ever, because on Nuke you mentioned it looked like they were kind of figuring you out, they had the answer, but
Yeah.
did it ever feel like they adjusted to what you were doing and what Vampy was doing on Dust 2?
I think on Dust 2, it's kind of the same thing that happened on Inferno. I feel like Vampy was just given the space, to work. And, Goalie did a great job on B site, and Egg did a great job on A site. Damas held down mid. And like, just with all that, Vampy is a star player. He's got incredible aim, very consistent. So if he's given an AK, like you're always going to see like me dropping him the AK.
Yeah.
I'll take an M4 because that one shot headshot potential, like you know that he's going to convert it. So that like 34 frags from Vampy, honestly, that's on one of his lower days. Yeah, so he's great. But like I said, man, the whole team, honestly, today we were put to the test because this is a best of 3 where we lost our pick, right?
Right.
So, but we're going into Dust. We showed that we can. It doesn't matter as long as we keep the right mentality.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's a great note to end on here, Revelate. That was awesome stuff out there. It was, yeah, obviously Inferno was really, really entertaining. It's sometimes it's actually good to see you win after losing, because it's yeah, like you said, we already know you have tough mentals, but it's a different mental check because we haven't seen you lose a map in a best of 3 yet. So now that we know you can prove you could do that, and you, like you were saying, you're going to map 3, you said, like you were saying, it sounded like you already knew you were gonna win, even though you kind of got like 16-5, right?
Yeah.
But you were like, you're just like, oh, but we know we're gonna win because we're on Dust 2, and it's just gonna be fine.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's some cool stuff, and I look forward to the next one. You get a couple days here. I believe it's on the 1st is the scheduled time for the next match. So we'll be sure to check how that goes. Good luck with that. Good luck in practice, and we look forward to the next one, my dude.
And congrats on the new album drop as well. I was listening to a bit of that in the pregame. Sounds great, dude.
Oh, thank you so much, man. It really means a lot. The support and all. I also got to thank you guys. Great job. It makes these VODs just so much more entertaining to watch, especially you guys are good at what you do.
Thank you.
So
Appreciate
yeah,
it, man.
keep it up.
Turns out so are you. Who knew?
Yeah. Who knew? Who knew?
All right, well, at this point, let's just keep the ball rolling.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck in the rest of the playoffs, and we'll see you soon, man.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, folks. Now that was quite the day. That was game number 15 in the past 4 days of me casting things. I'm gonna look forward to taking a little bit of a break till our next UV1 matchup, to be completely honest. But that was fun still, man. Like I said, out of the whole weekend, that performance in by Revelate and by Vampy, to be completely honest, both of them were still highlights of my weekend after so many games of casting. They UV1 always entertains, and I want to thank them for doing that and really showing a show for everyone watching.
Yeah. Before we go, I'll just give a quick shout out and a quick plug, because I am going to be casting the Battle of the Trident on April 2nd and 3rd out of the UBC CSGO and esports sort of organization. So you guys can hit that up. I'll throw a quick link in the UV1 Discord for anybody who wants to be interested in that. But there might be one conflict with one of the playoff games, so of course then you'll choose UV1. But I will be casting that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about that. So if you want to hear me cast a little more, that's what you can check out. I'll post a link.
For sure. Definitely. Last thing I will say for myself is I just want to say thank you to everyone who makes these UV1 broadcasts really fun. Thank you to the new subs on the day. JPM gifting a sub over to Scorin. That's really nice of you, my dude. And thank you to Derpy McDerper for the follow and the sub today. Also, fantastic name. Good job getting that one on Twitch.
Snagging that one up. Way to go.
For sure. That's it, folks. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yep. It's time. We've done enough today.
Yeah. Good night, everyone. We'll see you all next time.
See ya.
I fell for you faster than a star. I remember back when we met in March. She said I love you for just the way you are. 3 a.m. I'm feeling like a night out. Haven't felt high, been trying to find out. Would you still love me if I was down? Is it different when I'm not around? I fell for you faster than a star. I remember back when we met in March. She said I love you for just the way you are. Don't you ever change, you're going back too hard. Just stay with me another night. Oh baby please, you'll be fine. Take me